Hello, everybody. I'm not sure what's happening right now. There's something on the screen. It doesn't even matter. Because now hold on, it's fixed. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Sorry, I had to type them a note. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Adorable. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow, it was horrible now that we see it.
Yep. Please, you know what? Shut up. I'm a little rusty. I haven't done this in a while. Our fearless leader's not here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Cox Optional Podcast. Our beloved leader, Jonathan Bain, is not here. He's recouping and getting better. And when he returns, I'm sure the internet will rejoice. And children everywhere will run out into the street. And
crying.
It's possible.
Crying, generally.
Crying, tears. I would want to say of joy, but we all know they're cynical, sad tears.
Cynical tears.
And they're all, for
That's
some
the
reason,
sign.
British.
The tears of
Of
fear.
course.
And so today, as always, I'm joined by the lovely Cry.
Hey!
I'm just messing with you.
I knew it wasn't going to
It's
be me.
Dodger. Hi. How are you, dear?
Hi. I'm doing great. It's been forever. I'm glad to be back, although I am not in my house right now because we are in the process of moving and our internet just got moved over, which means I have no internet at my house until tomorrow. So I'm in the lovely Happily Aaron's place, and there might be an awful echo, and I apologize for that, but I'm delighted to be on this podcast again.
There is, and it is awful, but that's okay, because in order to fix it,
So sorry.
we have brought on two lovely guests today. The first, we will concede, being the Cry. I believe you all know him from the internet. If you don't know who he is, no one else does either. So I think he's most famously known as being a science experiment by a group of people at MIT to see if they could create a robot that plays video games. So far,
Sure.
working very well. It's working very well.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson's my father. It's crazy. It's working out pretty good, though. I know how to press the buttons, so I got A, B, X, Y down. Good to go. I just dropped my water bottle.
Good job, Cray.
That's
It
wonderful.
was in his koozie, so.
It wasn't a koozie, you're right. A cozy. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. It sounds like it works. It's soft.
Yeah, wait, okay. If you say, like,
Right.
a drink cozy, if you say the word cozy,
Right.
type 1 in chat. If you say koozie, type 2 in chat.
It's
I want to know.
Koozie.
It's a
No, if you say
what do we-
koozie, leave the chat.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
is
if you don't use cozies, get out.
Get out.
wait, what is a koozie? A koozie?
Exactly.
It's the soft thing you put on in, like, for the drink. You just put it in the soft thing so it doesn't freeze your hands.
A koozie sounds like something in a rap song in order to, like, you're talking about your girlfriend. Like, that's
Lots
my
of ones.
Yeah,
Lots of
no.
ones.
No,
Some
that's what I'm
twos, though.
saying.
Some twos.
A few of
Those
the,
are just his, like, 3 fans.
yeah, those are the few, like, those are my family members. Thank you, Jimmy.
Like, Cry, I don't want you to feel alone, too.
And then, besides the guy, the only person on Earth who says koozie, we are joined by Mathas, who I am really. Look, I'll be honest. 24
You don't know
hours,
who I am.
24 hours ago, I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
I got.
then I went and looked at your channel. I was like, "Holy shit, we need this guy on the podcast." Because they came to me and they're like,
Aw.
"Who do you want to be on the podcast?" And I'm not gonna lie, they gave me some names, and I said, God, those would be awful. They would just the worst guests.
So what you're
Like,
saying is.
they would be the worst guests. And then your name popped
was
up,
the-
and I was like,
Okay.
that guy.
I was
Get
saying,
him.
there's the barrel, there's the bottom of the barrel, and then there was the spare guy. And that was me on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah, the guy holding onto the barrel.
You weren't even in the, you weren't even in the
Yeah,
barrel.
you didn't. You're like the one that spilt over, and I picked you up off the
take
ground and sort of wiped you off. And it's like 5-second rule, crunch, right? I assume there's pickles. pickles.
Ripped its head
why-
off? What the
That's
hell?
why they were like, I know short notice, but you podcast? I'm like, sure, why not?
Sick.
It was
God.
yes. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having.
I'm gonna give you this moment because
I'm ready.
everyone knows Cry and everyone knows Dodger, and not nearly enough people on planet Earth know me. We should work on that. But you, my friend, I feel like you deserve your time in the sun. What do you do
I
on your
appreciate
channel? Yeah.
I mostly play a lot of survival and strategy games, and I have a series called Judge Mathas that is a first impressions First Impressions video series. And every once in a while, I play with the scumbag Northern Lion, who you might know.
What a dickhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole.
We have a daily like EU4 series that we play. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of strategy sandbox survival games. It's my niche.
That's wonderful. It's not mine.
No.
I suck at them. I'm the worst.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. But thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Colloquially known as the Mad Hatter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
See, we were trying to come up with nicknames.
Yeah.
I think after 5 permutations of his name, I believe that Mad Hatter makes the most sense.
Who? What? So what's your nickname? I miss not running the podcast is the worst because you miss all the fun stuff that happens before the podcast. I'm like, gotta make sure this works okay. It didn't, by the way. I screwed up in the first minute.
No, because, I was asking him, how do you like to be referred to? Like, what should I call you? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I mean, people get creative sometimes. Sometimes people call me Matt Hass. And I was like, Matt Hass, Matt Hat, Matter Hatter, Matt Hatter. And then
done.
Yeah.
So now he's the Mad Hatter.
Is that why the two of you lost your shit and rolled on the ground? Guys,
Oh.
I wish there was an outtake. I wish I had been recording because for some reason I'm sitting here playing music just looking like, yes, I wonder what's in the news today. Oh, delightful. And I turn and Dodger's like losing her mind. And Mathas just rolls off and I'm like, all right.
really
It doesn't
wanted
faze
to
me
be
at
the
all.
outtake.
I'm like, no, this is about
He
right.
literally just went like this
Yeah. He was pretty cool,
and
man.
waited
really
for us
was.
to be done. And the second that we started to come back into frame, he just typed nerds.
Pretty much.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but I felt like I was missing out on all the fun. It's like being a teacher again, and you see everyone enjoying their lives, and you have to be like, I'm rigid and strict, and I have rules. It's
Are
the
you passing
worst.
notes? Basically, what happened was Cry passed us a note.
Yeah.
I passed Mathas and I notes that said, you should freak out silently and see if Jesse notices. And then that's what we did.
Yeah, like to see if you actually cared if they were like actually in trouble or something.
Oh, no,
but
no.
yeah, I understand.
They're on the internet. They can be easily replaced.
True. No, that's fair.
Give it a year. People will be like, Dodger who? Matha what? It'll be fine. There'll be another girl, another guy, younger,
does make
much
sense.
more attractive to come along and replace them. I, however, cannot be replaced. I am a legend.
You are the one true budget YouTuber.
It's true. Thank you. I tried.
Welcome.
All right. Anyway, so let's talk about games. Let's get into it this week. I think we'll start with ladies first. Age before beauty. Dodger, what have you been doing this week in the world of games?
I have been pretty deep into Bravely Default. I'm really glad that Cry has played this so that it's not just me by myself being like, Bravely Default's so good. But I picked it up because I was looking for games to play on my 3DS, and I bought Tomodachi Life, I'll admit, bought Tomodachi Life, but I also bought Bravely Default, and I was like, I feel like I've heard some good things about this game. I'm just gonna get it, see what it's like. All I know is it's a JRPG, and man, the nostalgia feels while playing that game are crazy, and I don't even know how to really explain what it is about this game that's so different from JRPGs that I've played recently, like newer JRPGs. But there's something about it that feels so much like, it reminds me so much of playing like Chrono Trigger, right? Where like, you zoom out to the map, you walk around the map, and there's that feeling of exploration where you're like, God, I can't wait to get to those other areas on the map. Like, when do I get there? And the fights, just the character designs are really fun, and I really, really love it. And the story's been interesting so far. I'm only like 7 hours in, maybe 8 hours in, so I've like barely even scratched it. I know that Davis was like, yeah, I'm probably like halfway through the game. I'm on hour 50. And I was like, cool, good. That's about what I expected.
I think I brought this up to you on Twitter the other day, and I'll spoil a finger for those of you in the world who don't want to be involved in hearing this. You can turn down the volume. When the finger comes down, you'll be fine. Dodger, you may not want to listen to this either, because it's also a spoiler for you, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Drop 'em.
All right, Internet, so here's the deal. Dodger doesn't know, but I watched Davis on at Evo play through this game, and I don't know how many hours in, I think it's chapter 5 or something. At about that time, the entire game resets. And so
Yes, I
all the
heard
shit,
about that.
all the shit you've done, you now have to redo it all. But you have like the same levels, but you have to go through it all again, and everything's
But it's
harder.
part of the story, though.
It's such a cheap trick to keep the game going. It's like, remember all those guys you killed? You have to go get them again. And I watched Davis lose his mind because he's like, I put 50 hours into this game, and so he had to go fight dragons and all sorts of shit over again. It was hilarious. So that's it. That's all I want to say, and I can't wait for Dodger to get there and tweet about it and lose her mind. Thank you.
I'm excited.
So yeah, that's.
I can't comment on any of that because
No,
I don't
you
know what you
can't.
said.
But you will one day. Yay!
Yay! Oh, because some people have said there's a point in the game where it gets really frustrating, and other people have said, no, whole package, incredible. So I'm just trying to let myself experience the game and not look anything up and not spoil myself on what's going to happen, because so far I've really, really loved it. This is actually, I would also say, as somebody who really loved JRPGs but was never good at figuring out how to optimize my classes, you know, like which weapon should be with which class, and sometimes the games would just be like, well, nobody can use this except this class, right? Only wizards can use broads or whatever. In this game, it classifies all of the items in like SABDCE sort of format, where if you hover over something in a shop, it'll have all of your people and it'll say like, this is the best possible weapon for this character, or like this character can use this, but it won't be as effective, that sort of a thing. And it goes on a scale. And I really like that because it lets me really understand which things should be with which person and how they help affect them, rather than it just being like, you have to use this, no one else can use that, you know? I've really enjoyed that. And yeah, like I said, I'm barely in the game. I'm in chapter 1. But it's, I don't know, the characters have been really fun and interesting, and it's great. I really like it.
I've heard only like really good things about the game. I just haven't had the time to jump into a JRPG recently, so that's the only thing really pushing me off.
Have you gotten to the part where you can build your own town yet?
Me?
What?
That's
You get
the
to build a
thing.
town?
What?
Oh wait, the rebuild the town.
Yes,
right?
you rebuild
Yes.
it. Okay, that's
Yes.
a thing.
That's been awesome. Like being able to being able to establish trade and all of that, and then when you meet traders, like there are more things that you can
cool.
get and things like that. I like that a lot.
That sounds awesome.
And
Yeah.
you need to let me know when you get to the part where you actually know what the hell I'm talking about when I say murger.
I saw that in the Skype when I was like,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
Cry was like, yeah, if you were wondering, that girl will say murger forever. And I was
Actually, I think I got the pronunciation. I think I got the pronunciation wrong. I think it's murger or something like that. It's really hard to say, but once you hear it, you'll not be able to let it out of your head for a while. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
really? Murger is going to get stuck in my head?
It's going to be a catchphrase.
Is it going to be like an oh ho ho
It'll
thing?
catch on. It'll catch on.
It'll catch on.
What are the kids
like-
saying these days?
Well, look
Yeah,
at all
like
the
in an
people in
anime,
chat.
there's always like that girl who goes, oh, is it like that?
Well, it's what she says when she's annoyed, and she gets annoyed a lot.
Oh, it's her
it's like a-
grumble. It's like,
That's her grumble. Yeah.
You're selling me on the game.
There is also a girl who says unacceptable a lot. So
Oh, no,
Just know that-
acceptable.
Agnes.
Like that?
Agnes says
Yes.
unacceptable all the time.
she does. That is her
and
catchphrase.
you have her from literally the very beginning of the game, Cry.
I don't know. It's been a few months, okay? I thought maybe she could have been like a fourth boss or something, but apparently she's like what you meet in like the first 20 minutes of the game. Who knew?
She's the very first person in your party. Yes,
That's true.
That's
She is.
Cry.
Good point. Good point.
You're scaring me, Cry. Memory problems, old age.
Cry.
I am getting way
Yeah,
too old for this shit.
What's going on, man?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so aside from Bravely Default, Sam and I have been playing Divinity. I still hadn't played Divinity since it was like officially released, and it's so much better than it was when Jesse, when you and I went and played it in Belgium. I think. What do you think?
I mean, I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I've been out.
Kid.
Away. I've
I love it.
yeah, I've literally been so busy the last couple weeks I haven't had a chance to play. But when I do, I'll let you know. I played it for a little bit for the hub channel, but I mean, it was just a little tiny bit, and it was stuff I already played before. So I was like, I know how to find out who the killer is, and I know like the first 3 hours of the game, I could do that in my sleep at this point. Everyone's like, I think I read an article on some website. I don't remember anymore. I'm old, and it was like strategies on how to play the game that doesn't hold your hand. It was like, are we that effing dumb now? Like, you know what? I don't even care.
I was just gonna say,
it's not that
if you
hard.
have to write an article called that, you're hand holding. You're hand holding right now.
It's not that hard of a game to play. You just need to use your brain and do what people would do. So, and also remember the L button, because that's your log, and it will show you what's going on if you're like really stupid. But honestly, it's like, find out who the killer is. Okay, so let's go explore the crime scene. All right, we did that. Now we probably should tell someone who's important and in charge. Okay, we did that. Now we need to find the suspects. Okay, let's do that. Like, it's not, like, it's not too complicated.
No. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I was saying I've actually been playing the game myself, and I'm loving the game. And I'm playing co-op as well. And one of the things I really like is when you have two players who are very different in what they want to do. When the RPG aspects come up, you have to argue with them via rock, paper, scissors.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
I love
awesome.
that so much.
And the game has such a great sense of humor about it. And it's early on, but there's a side quest where basically it's this Heroes Guild pyramid scheme that we ended up fighting over. And he basically was like, no, we're not going to join. So I was just like, all right, well, you're not going to let me join. I'm just going to kill him. And the game just gives you that freedom. And I adore that. Just douse him in oil, set him on fire, and say, well, fine. Now nobody can join.
I don't know what they posted on the Polaris channel of the footage that Maddie and I played together. But when we first started, the very first thing he said to me was, because he's like, well, how do you like to play games? It's like, you know, I'm really nice in real life, so I like to be a total asshole in video games. And he's like, well, I'm the opposite. And I was like, oh, okay. And so he wanted to be very, very good in the game, and I wanted to be evil. That's fine, because by the end of the game, he realized that by murdering people in town, you get their awesome loot. And so he was full on with me murdering people in town. I was like, yes. It's so easy to corrupt people in that game, because if you kill the people in town, you might not get stuff from them later, but at the moment, you get like an item that's 20 levels higher than you deserve to have, and you feel so good about it. You're like, yay!
Instant gratification. They do such a good job, too, with the earliest quest dealing with Ishmael. They teach you that. You can either like kill him now and get something quick, or you could throw him in the ocean and maybe see what you get. And I don't know. I love how they've done the game so far. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I remember that when we went to Larian and like played the game really early on, there were two things that they kept stressing, and one of them was like encouraging multiplayer, encouraging you to play with another person, and the other one was encouraging exploration, and like how do you do that without it being confusing, you know? And playing it now, I feel like they really nailed it for the most part, because if you're playing with another person and you both go off in completely different directions, like at first when Sam and I started playing, none of this has been uploaded yet, so I'm spoiling stuff for the video when it gets up.
You're
Whatever.
the worst.
But like when we first started playing, we would like go off in other directions and like, you know, walk around town, whatever. And we really quickly realized that you benefit from walking around together, because that's the only way that you get those RPG interactive situations, because otherwise it's literally just you talking to somebody. They don't give you the option of arguing over something or discussing something. So if you walk around together, you get a completely different option for how you handle a situation with anybody in any situation that's going on. And that helps you a lot, because that helps develop your personality in one way or another, because depending on how the conversation ends up, you get pluses or minuses to yourself and personality, which is really interesting. And then what I really loved about the exploration aspect is that really early on, you start stumbling onto not like whole areas, but like little dungeons that have like, you know, some cool stuff kind of scattered through it. And then you're kind of filled with this sense of, I want to find other places like this. Yeah. So even though, you know, we were in the middle of this whole like whodunit murder thing, I was still walking around being like, I wonder if there's a dungeon somewhere around deer. And I found one. I found like this big cave in the middle of town, and I was like, what, Sam, come back. There's a cave.
Was it under the grave?
Was it the grave cave?
Yes.
Grave cave.
Cave. Yeah, and I was super excited. And so, you know, all of that, even just like walking into rooms that you're not necessarily supposed to be in, gives you like an exploration bonus.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And all of that helps you in the game and helps you level up. And it's been really fun.
And simple things, just being able to do, again, co-op really allows us, you could do a single player too, is but having your friend go and talk to a really important NPC in a room and turn him around so that behind his back you can sneak and then you can just break into his back room and just take all of his shit and then walk out and be like,
Totally, I did that. And then this lady walked in. Oh my God, I was like stealing all this shit, and this lady walked in and was like, "Excuse me, that's not yours." And I was like, I'm lost. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just go. I was so worried that sometimes in games, if you get caught by somebody, it's immediately like you're going to jail. But like in this one, they give you that, hey, what are you? You're not supposed to be in here. Get out. You're like,
you should kill them.
Okay. Just gonna.
I always feel like sneaking out of the room with all their shit. I feel like that guy in the Aladdin movies, that guy who has like his pants full of money and gold and just walking away and just leaking out. There's that shh. Like, I don't have your stuff.
Like,
You know,
it's fine. I didn't take anything.
You all have these amazing experiences with this game. Me and my buddy Russ's experience is we were walking around town. There was these training dummies. He hits one, and everyone in town wants to kill us now. Every single person, after we hit one training dummy, wants us dead. We don't know what the hell we did. We don't know if it was like a special
Not
one.
your training dummy, bro.
I know it's not our training dummy, but you could at least say, hey, don't do that instead of we're going to kill you now. And it's a good game.
How
It's
do you
just
know? How do you know it was a
problems.
training dummy and not just a person? And you guys are just
Because it said training dummy on it.
maybe that was his name. Maybe he's made fun of. Maybe that's the kid everyone makes fun of. And they call him training dummy because they beat him up so much. And then you came to town and beat him up, and they were like, "That's our kid to beat up.
But he
Don't
was
you dare
wood."
touch him."
It was just a bunch of really like upset bullies. Like, hey, we were gonna steal his milk money. You can't take his milk money.
You're
Right?
right. I'm sorry.
You don't even
I messed up.
know. You don't know that town. You walked in there and just started hitting things.
You're
You don't
right.
know- you didn't even
I-
ask for permission.
The game is good.
Okay.
It's flawless.
Okay,
we go.
I would say two things. If you're gonna try to play Divinity, two things that I think you should try out that I don't think will spoil anything. Number one is take the pet sense ability from the very beginning, so you can talk to animals, and that's what I did. And
Not surprising.
number two, don't just frivolously kill deer.
I
You never
learned
know.
that because it's on one of the co-optional animated episodes, one of the very first ones.
Whoa!
That was the story we told, where I murdered a deer in front of all of the Larian people who were like,
And they were like, "Oh, that deer was a quest giver."
"Why'd you do that?"
You're like, sorry.
So good.
Yeah. There's a lot of great things in that game, and a lot of it is about finding it. So
Yeah.
if you don't like exploring, you probably will be like, I can't do anything in this game, because there's certain things that they won't direct you to find. And if you find it, you're like, oh, that's how I beat this boss who I thought was impossible, but now I can totally beat because it's really easy, actually. So there you go. Anything else you've been
And it's
playing
been-
this week? Or
It's just another thing. It's been interesting playing Bravely Default and Divinity at the same time, because they both have that like kind of explore element, but Bravely Default does it in the old way, where like I was saying, you're on the map and you're just like, oh, I want to go there. When do I get to go there? Can I go there now? You know, sort of excitement sense. And then with Divinity, it's literally, more of a modern take on it, where you can go anywhere you want. You might die, but you can go anywhere you want.
right.
So I've liked that. I don't know. Other than that, I've been playing Dawn Gate, and I played some TF2, and wish I was on my computer. I could look at my desktop, be like, and this, and this, and this. I don't know. I'll think on it. I'll hop in. I'll hop in if I think of another one.
Mathis, sir, what games have you been playing this week?
I've been playing Divinity Original Sin, which we just talked about. I've actually been playing Xenonauts for a while.
Okay.
So I don't know if you don't know what Xenonauts is, it is basically the spiritual successor to old school XCOM. If you've been playing the new XCOM, this ain't your mama's current XCOM. This thing is basically the most punishing strategy game I've ever played. It's basically the same as.
Yeah, I was gonna say nope.
It has the base building aspect and all that stuff, but it doesn't do like turns like it does in the modern XCOM. It's time units. So a move for, say, a private, he'll only have like 39 time units to play with. So if he can't move very far and shoot at the same time. But your corporal captains and all them, they have like 80 time units to play with. So they can move really far. They can shoot. They have better accuracy. The problem is the game takes that old school XCOM mentality and implants it in today, in that aliens can see you off screen. There's no cutscene say, oh, the aliens are here. The aliens can see you, and they will shoot you before you can ever see them. When you land your plane, if you're walking out of the plane, there's a chance there's going to be an alien like 10 feet outside your landing plane and just going to start opening fire on your men and just start dropping them right then and there. The aliens are incredibly overpowered early on, and it takes a real long time before you catch up with them. But once you've kind of figure it out and start understanding how the game works, and not afraid to lose your men like flies, so that the 3 that survive are going to be the guys that you're going to keep with you for a long time, it's incredibly rewarding when you're able to get through a mission without losing somebody. You guys look disturbed.
Everyone would die. If I was playing this game, literally every time I would play, everyone would die, and then I'd just stop playing.
This is something TB would probably love if he hasn't already played.
Exactly.
Yes, he would.
He's a masochist, so there's
I mean, that's true.
That's what I've heard.
Other than that,
that's what I've heard.
Other than that, I play Project Zomboid pretty much every day. I've been trying to catch up on older games too. So Splinter Cell Blacklist, that I haven't touched. I've been playing that. I'm just starting the new Tomb Raider. All that stuff that I kind of wasn't able to play due to time constraints prior. That's something I'm trying to catch up on as well. That's about it.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dude, you're too smart for my gaming taste. I can't handle the games you play. I
just get my strategy.
I respect you as a person, but you're too. Your mind is too good for me.
That's not what the YouTube comments tell me.
Oh. Well, the YouTube comments will tell anyone that they're a stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how smart you are.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, you fucking suck at smart, okay?
Get smarter, Neil. Jeez.
That's what I tell him every video. That's what I write in the comments. It makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's true.
Yeah?
If I think of anything else, I'll let you know.
I thought of another game I've played.
Yeah, tell me.
So okay.
Jesus Christ.
I like how it starts with, hang on, let me breathe.
Hold on, let me put my head down and focus.
So I was on my phone because it's on my phone. Okay, so I was trying to find my Vita so that I could finally play that masturbation card game. And
wait, what? Hold the fucking phone. What?
Someone doesn't watch the podcast.
I don't. What happened?
Yeah, we've been on that for weeks, Cry.
There's a masturbation card game? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a game called Monster Mon Piece.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Hang on,
I'm sorry.
Googling
I forgot that was a Vita game. Okay.
I'm going to regret this later, but continue.
It is a Vita game.
You jerked your Vita. You jerked that Vita so hard, and the girls are moving their clothes.
You take your Vita and you go like this to like level them up.
Okay,
so
I remember now.
They can't.
Can you do that? Can you smile and look at it while you do that?
Jesus Christ.
There you go, 4chan. You're welcome.
So I found I was turned on to another Super Animu game that is called Love Live School Idol, and this is the starting screen.
Oh hell yeah, that's anime as fuck.
Yeah, anime as fuck, right?
As fuck.
Yeah.
It's entirely rhythm games. Oh, it's got to download. Give it a sec.
Damn it.
Downloading its life.
How the fuck are you gonna get your anime on now?
This podcast brought to you by Samsung. Samsung, we could all use phones. Thanks, Kay.
Thanks, Samsung, for your phones. Cool.
We could all use
on.
phones. Send it to us.
Well, this is taking for fucking ever. Okay, so basically the way that this game works is you're at a high school for J-pop idols, right? So they're all called school idols. They all have different abilities and skills as idols. And you can level them up to become their idol forms instead of their high school forms. And if you have them on your team, because you're a girl group, you're not just a standalone idol,
of course.
right? So you create your perfect girl group, basically. Whoever's the leader, their ability applies to the whole team while you're playing. And then you've got like, oh God, I wish I could show you. I wish this would download. Oh, it's going. Download complete.
Let me just get this straight.
Okay.
You personally like this though. You're not just liking it as a joke. You like this.
I love rhythm games, so yeah.
Okay.
And I also love finding really anime games that people are gonna just be really angry about.
Okay. All right.
That's
as long as you
another
get a
favorite
pleasure
thing.
out of this, whether it be guilty or anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the first screen where you're like, I want to play a game, so I'm gonna do a live show. And
Are
I'm
you?
gonna do this song,
The internet exploded.
and I want this girl.
Can I change?
Okay.
I'm changing the title of this to Dodgers Live Show.
Dodgers live camera show.
Okay, so
Dodgers
see,
Live
these are all of the girls that are on my team.
Uh-huh.
And like when these pop out to each face, you have to touch the face in the rhythm.
Oh.
So
A lot
it's
of
taking a
touching
while.
involved.
Yeah, so touch
Imagine-
and touch
You're
and
very good at this for not being able to see it.
and
Yeah.
touch,
Very talented.
touch.
How the hell are you
God,
pulling this
touch.
off?
What's the music? I don't hear music.
Yeah. Where is
I
the
know, I
music?
turned it off.
Why?
Why?
Touch. I'm
We need the
sorry.
music.
I muted it for the podcast.
Why? It's pointless out like that. That's
That's exactly the fucking.
like that kind of bullshit. No one wants that. Now play
One of
it.
those, yeah. So yeah, that's how you play the game. You got all the faces, you touch the faces. Anyways, it's a rhythm game. If that interests you and you like stuff that's fucking anime, that's my life. So
I don't know if that interests me, but the wiki for Monster Monpiece, the quote unquote extreme rub system,
right, yes.
interests me.
That I've been
That
interested
one?
in that since I was
I've been
I was a
training this
young
for
boy.
years.
I'm ready.
No, I'm just saying this game is made for us.
I'm so angry though because when we first looked this up, I was like, I'm gonna get this game and I'm going to do a full review next podcast. And then like I didn't do it, and now it's been forever. I should have been able to do it by now, but I can't find my Vita. And I'm so upset with myself. I really let everybody down.
You did.
I
It's
know.
all right. This GIF never gets old though.
The rubbing GIF?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty creepy, actually. when you think about it, it's very weird.
All I'm saying is I really like it.
Oh, I know. That's. I've been
Are
watching.
we doing this right now?
I want it.
Oh my god. Okay,
When
what is this happening?
Hey guys, I'm in a cave.
What? All right, Cry. What have you been playing this week, sir?
Oh goodness, I have so much actually. Well,
Goodness.
to be frank, I have been lame. I have been going old school style.
We know.
And oh,
We know you're lame. We didn't
Yeah,
know you
we're
were going
aware-
old school, but we know
we're
you're
aware
lame.
that- You're
oh. I've been playing a lot of Project M recently, which is the whole this Smash Brothers Brawl that came out a while ago. Project M is pretty much a fan-made modification to make it like more like make it more like Melee, which is the more superior of these Smash Brothers. So
We're all more like Melee.
yes, yes. And I've been playing a lot of the whole that part of the whole getting into the competitive scene and stuff like that because the whole Evo hype thing going on. So I've gotten a lot more into that recently. I'm not good whatsoever, but I like to pretend I am, so then I feel like I can not suck as much as I do usually. And I've also decided that from now on, any fights or arguments are going to be settled through playing video games like Brawl or Smash or whatever the hell.
Okay. Oh my
So,
god, when Sam and I were watching the finals for Smash Brothers, one of them, his name was Armada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So while we were watching it, Sam just lightly goes, I beat that guy.
What?
I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, when I was doing competitive Smash, I beat that guy. And now he's like possibly going to be in the finals. And I was like, what?
Yeah, Armada got like third
used
place,
to-
I think.
Tough,
Spoiler,
tough.
Sam used to do competitive Smash in the UK.
Apparently.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. So he was like, he's so much better now, but I wiped the floor with him before. I was like, oh.
Living in your glory days like a retired football player.
Exactly. I was just like, oh.
I was a better quarterback than Tom Brady when I was 18.
He's the Al Bundy of Britain. Really, that's what Sam is.
So is he at least going to be getting the new Smash when it comes out then?
Sam?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, good. As long as he doesn't pass up any potential good things in the future because he doesn't do the everything like he did in the past, then it's good.
Oh, right, yeah.
What are we talking about anymore? What?
Listen,
Cry,
I don't
are you
really
offering
know.
to sleep with Sam? Is that what?
I mean,
If he doesn't any potential things, and they'll be like, oh my.
I guess if that was you guys don't work, so I'm gonna stop this conversation now.
Yep.
All right,
Monster
cool.
Smash.
Mon piece.
Back to Monster Mom. You remember masturbating card games, guys? It was a really good time right there with that. I really enjoyed that
I
with
do
you.
remember that.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's carry on.
Carry on. Go to 2 International 4?
What?
No, nope. So, did you play anything else, Cry, or is that it? Is that all you did?
Only
That's-
Smash Brothers.
That and Okami, if that counts.
Okami's
Such a good
great,
game.
though.
Okami is a good game.
Beautiful.
It's a very long game, but it's a good game. It's a lot longer than I thought it would be. Like, you know how games like stay around a bit too long or stay around not long enough? I think Okami is pushing the boundaries. What the fuck did I just say? What have I said that sparked this from you?
I just don't know if you're talking about a game or a girlfriend.
You know, Okami is like a girlfriend. It's a female wolf.
Games are like in your life, but like might be for too long. But you kind of wish that it was for too little, so that you still loved them at the end.
Cry. Once you make that commitment to a game, you can't walk away from it.
You're right. That's why I'm
Can't
gonna
walk
stick
away
with
from
Okami through thick and thin. I'm gonna make sure we get through this together, so we have fond memories to look upon when I'm like 47 years old and alone.
Don't lie, Jesse. Hold on. You can't say that and walk away from Final Fantasy 13-3.
I didn't.
Oh no!
Hold up.
I gotta
That's
go.
all
I
I'm
can't-
saying. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying what you're saying is kind of contradictory to your actions.
I have sinned. I'm so sorry.
Sing it.
But that pink-haired trollop lured me astray. I just wanted to get in her various dresses. She had so many dresses.
This is soulful.
Yeah, man, this took a turn.
Preach it, brother. All right, continue, Cry. I'm sorry.
What were we talking about?
Dude, I don't
Okami.
know.
Okami, yeah.
Oh, Okami.
How's Okami going?
Okami's great. I just finished the first arc or whatever the hell it's called where you beat Orochi and it's just like, hey, I'm Susanoo. I'm not as much of a dick as I used to be. Hey, I'm gonna get with Cushy. All right, you gotta get the fuck out now so me and her can bang. And apparently, I haven't played it yet, but apparently in Okami Den, they actually made babies. So that's pretty cool.
Touching butts.
Yeah, they touch their butts. That's how they happen.
Yeah.
Duh, didn't you take classes where they told you this?
Yeah, it's like butt on butt. And then-
Yeah.
I still look. I need to interrupt this podcast to remind you all that Dodger does not know what sex is, and keeps repeating over and
touch
over
your-
again.
You say butt and butt, and you go like this, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when you poop, that's a baby, and you flush the baby down the toilet until you want it.
No
Sorry.
one. I don't. No wonder you are constantly sick. There's a reason you are always ill. I think that's just part of it. Like,
Just keep trying to raise little poops into babies. This time it's gonna work.
I feel like this was a South Park episode.
she's just
Wasn't
so
this
ill.
an episode?
She's just so ill. That girl.
He just doesn't get any better. For the low price of 69 cents a month, you too can support a poop baby.
Yeah.
God.
Dodgers poop babies.
So Okami, right?
Okami. Well, relevant. Apparently there is a move in there where you poop, so that's relevant, right?
Time becomes baby, right?
No babies, but there's poop. And the next game involves babies, so I guess it does. Who fuck cares? I don't really know. Okami's good. That's all I gotta say about it.
Okami's pretty great. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's
is
next,
that it?
Mr. Cox?
Is that it? Done?
I think we've covered as much about Okami and pooping as we possibly can today, Mr. Cox.
Good. You never can
Your turn,
talk about
Jesse.
pooping enough. So, speaking of shit, this
My
past
favorite.
week I I might have goofed. So Krendo and I played Outlast, and
Okay.
I made some assumptions. Well, not the Outlast DLC. I made some assumptions that were totally wrong, and the internet just ate me alive for it. So apparently, the game, like, there's twists. Look, the first 5 minutes of the game, you send an email, right? And I thought the email didn't get sent because the bad guys, like, you thought we weren't watching you, we know everything, Mr. Anderson, or whatever the fuck your name is. And so I assumed it had got stopped. And so the whole point was to get out of the mansion to go tell the world. But apparently, that's not what's happening at all. My assumption of the game was totally wrong, and everyone's like, "You were the dumbest shit that ever lived." And I hope a tentacle beast sticks its tentacles in your butthole. And I'm like, why would you do that? I'm sorry. The bad guys basically said to you, we caught you. And I thought getting caught meant the email didn't get out. Nope, it meant I'm a big dummy. Jesse Cox is an idiot, and the internet is always right, is what it meant. So.
Oh, okay.
That's my mistake. But, so yeah, that was my impression of the Outlast DLC. What else? Oh, I went to Evo.
Yes,
Evo.
I saw you tweeting like
jealous.
Very
Evo
jealous.
is the best. It's really fun. I cannot even begin to tell you guys. I love the artist formerly known as Chris G. I think he's my favorite player because
Good villain.
Everyone there hates him.
Yeah.
Everyone there hates him. And I love that they hate him because they don't, like, the reasons they hate him are things like, for example, my good friend Will, who's like, his reason for hating him was he found the perfect combo that is both broken and superior to all others, all their pairings in Marvel, and he knows how to use it the best and most effectively to just cheat his way to victory. Essentially. So basically, he studied, did his research, and like, found a way to just destroy the game, and everyone hates him for it. And I'm like, he's the perfect villain. You all are rooting for, like, these, like, I'm gonna play with Nova, and I'm gonna play with Phoenix. It's like, good. He's gonna play with characters that are all buggy as shit and are gonna win. Right? It's so much fun. And it was the final, if you haven't seen the finals of Marvel, it was basically the villain of Marvel versus the hero of Marvel. And everyone there was like, this is it. This is the moment we're waiting for. Chris G versus Jimmy Wong. This is it. This is
Jimmy Wong,
This is it.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. The crowd was nuts. Everyone was losing their mind. You can't help but root for Wong. They're like, come on, that kid, he's got to win this. But it was so good. It was like, these are the two greatest players in the world, evil and good. It was more than just the game, my friends. It was insane. It was an insane moment.
Jimmy Wong did win.
Oh yeah.
And he did a barrel roll. So
If you haven't seen the GIF, he loses his mind and rolls on the ground. It was really impressive.
it was amazing. I screamed. I was like screaming in my house, like, yeah! And Carrie, my fiance, was like, "What's your problem?"
I will also say for those people in chat who are wishing it was Filipino Champ, I say screw Filipino Champ. That guy's a punk, and I don't like him. I don't like you, Filipino Champ.
Calling him out.
I'm calling him out because Chris G, he may be an ass, but at least he's an ass that, like, when he gets up on stage, he has that stone face asshole face, and he leaves, he has that stone face asshole face. He has no emotions except disdain for the crowd, right? Filipino Champ's just like, yeah. I want to fight him. I want to fight him in the street. I want to fight Filipino Champ. I hate him. Yes.
We said Jimmy Wong, but his name is Justin Wong.
Whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jimmy Wong is a YouTuber. Look.
Yeah, as a YouTuber, I know. I was like, I know why I made that mistake.
And Jimmy John is a sub.
Sorry.
Hey, well, there you go.
Look, Jimmy Wong is a YouTuber. My apologies to Justin, but
Timberlake.
my apologies to Justin Timberlake. Cry me a river. So, so that was a lot of fun. I was really thrilled that for the first time in years, someone decided to use a jury in the top 8. Got destroyed, got wrecked by Rose, but it was really fun to watch. I was like, yay! My waifu is there.
Waifu.
And then
I want Snake Eyes to win so bad.
you know what? Rose is overpowered. For people who watch
Agreed.
that, Rose is the most OP forgiving character that ever existed. She's so
Agreed.
buffed and broke right now. But whatever. Whatever. I did want Snake Eyes to win. We needed an American. For maybe once in like 86 years of Street Fighter, an American could have been in first place. But whatever. But if you... Zhuge Liang and Liu Bei wins with 2 Wongs don't make a right. You win for that comment.
Oh my god.
But I was lucky enough to be up super early because we had to check out on Sunday. So I got up early to watch the Blaze Blue finals. And
I
those
don't know
were
what's going on when I watch BlazBlue. I'm just like, I don't.
A lot of
don't
pretty
have a clue.
things, at least.
Don't have a clue,
Yeah,
but
it's
it was
pretty.
Yeah.
it was super intense. I think that might be the best final. The Wong and Chris G one was cool to watch because the moment happened, but competitive gameplay, I think that was the best of all the finals. But the best game, let's all be clear, the best game was Pikachu. The best game was Pikachu
Yes!
Smash. That was the crowd for like 2.5 minutes. A crowd of grown men and women screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping around, going Pikachu, like losing it.
It
I don't
was
know.
amazing.
I don't know what you could see on the stream because it's a very dark room, but it's a giant hall in a Las Vegas hotel. So there's, I don't even know how many thousands of people there. Many thousands of people. And it was packed, and people lost their collective shits. It was so cool. I was just like, this is the reason to come. If you can't go any other day, that's fine. But show up on the last day on that Sunday. It's incredible. It's like electric lightning in the air. It's fantastic.
Dude, he 4-stocked a Fox player at that level. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It was. I'm sure these videos are all over the internet. By all means, go
I'm gonna have
watch
to go
them.
look because I have no idea what you're
They're-
talking about. So
Oh my goodness. It was.
He got like 5th place, I think. But it's still, he got 1st place in my heart. Fuck you, Mango. I'm sorry.
It was.
Damn it,
It was very
Mango.
cool.
I was personally rooting for Hungry Box too.
I
Yeah,
will.
but Fox vs. Kirby is like so bad.
Jigglypuff, dude.
Jigglypuff, sorry. Fox vs. Jigglypuff
I-
is like a really bad matchup.
I'm not saying bet. I'm not saying bet on things when you're in Vegas, but betting on Smash was a lot of fun. I bet Jigglypuff and won a lot of money, and I kept running around to guys being like, if you saw my tweets, you just imagine it in my voice because that's what I was doing the entire time. But I'd be like, that jiggle, it's got that jiggle, and I run up in their face and get their money. I'd be like, you like that jiggle?
How much did you make from all that?
Oh man, it's nerd betting, so I think like $50 by the end of the day. Like, it was
I was
a lot.
really hoping you were gonna be like, I never have to work again in my entire life.
Yeah.
Although, if we're talking gambling, I will say that I was very excited because the first night I got there, I was like, craps, I love craps, I'll play that. I lost a lot of money.
Oh,
Good. But then the last day, while we were just, maybe it was Saturday night or something, we were sitting around and we were bored and we saw a Deal or No Deal slot machine.
yes.
That thing is the best because not only you're playing it, but then every 10 minutes it does Deal or No Deal, and you get to select a case, and then it like does the whole thing like, would you accept this offer? Like that kind of thing. I made $500 off that machine.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, I was so
Dude,
excited.
I
I
love
was like,
slot machines.
oh, slot machines ripped me off, but I was yelling at disembodied Howie Mandel, who was like, Deal, or I was like, shut up, Howie. And like there's just, every time I did Deal or No Deal, there would be people gathered behind you to watch it. And there was one where we were so excited because at the end it was, our case that we all collectively, because 5 people play together, we all collectively agreed upon it. And there were 2 other cases. And the only things left were like 160 and 5,000. We were all so excited. And the one case opens is 5,000. Everyone just leaves. Everyone behind us just walks away. They're like, well, they're not going to win. It was so sad. I was like, God damn it, Howie. But apparently, if you sit there long enough at that game, you eventually make money because I made money and I felt really good about it. And I'm not. Although, let's be clear, it was Vegas. So collectively, over the weekend, I left with less than I
Broke
came
even
with.
or lost.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah. So
House
that
always
was.
wins.
It definitely did. It definitely did. But no, it was a lot. Evo's a blast. If you can go. It's
I need to go.
a really insane time. It's every year it gets bigger and more out of control. They have an indie arcade area, so you can play a lot of indie fighting games. And even Towerfall was there. But there's one game, and I can't remember what the name of it is. It's gonna drive me crazy because I have their card somewhere. But it's a fighting game, but you toss like bocce ball almost. There's a ball, and you're purposely trying to hit the other person with the ball. So you have to bat it back and forth with each other. And all the characters are ridiculous. Like there's a crocodile and like a t-shirt, and there's a
Hey, are you talking about the
Horse friends?
No,
No.
that Telltale Games
No.
one.
No. This is
Telltale Games?
It's by the same guys who did Megabyte Punch. I just don't remember the name of it. So if you ever saw Megabyte Punch, which is like a very cool build your own robot sort of Mega Man-ish game, they made this one. Also, Megabyte Punch has a Smash sort of thing in it as well, which is really cool. So you can take the robots you've built with the parts you found and battle each other in sort of a Smashy arena. But this is their sort of just like two-person beat 'em up thing, and it's a bunch of different characters, and one of them is called the Candyman, and he's just a little round, sort of almost Cry face on a little tiny thin body with a giant cane. And when he walks, he does that like anime like Bugs Bunny cartoon walk where his legs go like this really quickly on the ground, and he moves back and forth. And so I was playing as him, and there are other characters like skateboarding baseball bat guy. No, skateboarding robot, baseball bat guy. There's a bunch. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was playing as Candyman, and I was destroying people. And I was so cocky that I created a song that went along with my victories. Where
God.
Where people would come up. One guy came up and was like, "Are you really as bad at games as you are on the internet?" I'm like, "Why don't you find out?" And I kicked his ass. And I did. Every time I would win, I'd do this little dance, and I'd be like, "Candyman, Candyman," and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" That was my song. It was the Candyman song.
And the Candyman can kick your ass.
It was wonderful. It was a lot of fun. There was plenty of stuff there.
The game is called Lethal League.
That's what it is. Lethal
I
League.
want to play it.
Never heard of it.
It's a lot of fun, and I don't think it's done at all
Yeah,
yet.
this is a totally different game than I was thinking.
But yeah, it is a hoot, Evo. So you should go. Plus,
Yeah, I want to go.
you know, it's a lot of fun to see all the cosplayers dressed up as all the different characters. Because for some reason they only pick the characters that don't wear any clothes. Go America! Go America!
If you could show me a character who wears clothes, that'd be a better argument.
That is another problem. Yeah.
Exactly.
Look, I don't see it as a problem.
All I'm saying is it's
sure-
not like they have many options. I think they have to choose on their favorite hair color, and that's about all they got to work with.
Speaking of clothes, totally off subject.
Noted.
Thanks. Dodger, I'm curious what you think, being our resident woman. So
Clearly the professional.
a lot of things happened this week in the world of comics that I was kind of excited about, and I noticed. Well, I guess today there's what is it, Lady Thor? Or I guess Thor.
Yeah, Lady Thor. She looks sick.
But I have no. Look, it looks amazing. I have no complaints about that. I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. But my one thing that I was curious about that I was going to ask yesterday, but you know, Thor came today, was the new Batgirl outfit, and the way they're selling
man.
that. And I'm curious what you think
gotta
about
look.
that, because I have an opinion that might be a little different from yours.
I know that like the general opinion so far has been, wow, at first I thought that this was like a really cool redesign from like a fan, but now I'm realizing that it's that they're legitimately doing this. So for those of you who don't know about this, so Batgirl, they just came out with the art for a new issue cover where she has a redesigned outfit that looks a bit more, it looks a bit more like if a girl were to put together a I'm gonna fight crime outfit, but then have it still be Batgirl. It would be that it's a bit more useful. It looks a bit more like it could protect her. It's got like the jacket and kind of some straps and stuff going on, and it looks good.
Is it this
looks
thing right
really
here?
good.
I'm putting it up on the stream right now. There you go.
Oh, that actually looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I
I would wear that if I was a female and wanted to be a fighter of crime.
Dem boots.
Yes.
See, I don't know what it is about it, because it's not extremely different, but it looks, for some reason, the way that it's designed, it looks a bit more like it would be useful.
It look-
like
yeah,
it
say
would
it looks-
protect you, you know?
It looks practical.
yeah.
Like it would work.
Here's I mean, this might be just me being weird. I do that sometimes. But here's something that I immediately thought. I saw this and was like, that's really cool. I like the way that they gave it. So it's like a leather jacket she found, and she went to H&M and zipped that sucker up and was like, I can use this. Like, it's all very practical, which is cool. And one of the things that they were trying to sell was like, well, it's not spandex. It's not going to stick to her. She's not going to have giant boobs popping out of this thing, and we're not going to make her have a, that like anime trope of boob flaps in her shirt, like the unnatural, like nothing works that.
Yeah.
But then I saw images like this. I'll put that up there.
Oop, ready?
We gotta wait a couple seconds before we can see it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And so in this image, it became less of we're making her a practical Street Fighter and more of we're moving her from one trope of seductive like hero girl with super boobs to we're gonna make her I don't know, like it's like they went from one girl
pose.
extreme. They went from one girl extreme to another girl extreme of like, oh yeah, no, she's taking selfies in the bathroom and look at all these girls doing makeup. And I was like, well, that doesn't change. There's nothing empowering about that at all. Like, I don't know.
Unless the message is like, she's a superhero and a normal girl.
Yeah, exactly. I think that because like in the storyline, like her outfit gets destroyed, right, in a fight, and that's why the outfit redesign happens, is because she like finds all of this stuff to put together into an outfit, but she's still like, she's kind of a girly girl. She just fights crime. So I don't know. I did see this picture ahead of time and I didn't have a problem with it, really.
All right, that's all. I just was kind of like, I don't understand the message
I see
here.
what would be the issue, yeah.
I mean, look, I have no issue. I think she looks great. I'm just one of those who's just like, I feel like I'm perpetually of the mind that while writing, men will never be very good at writing female characters. But at the same time, I'm also of the mind that the opposite can be true as well. Like, that's why I think most writing teams are probably better. So everyone has a different... but that's just me. And so I saw this was like, oh no, did they just say we're going to redesign her and then make her into like the Valley Girl version of Bat? I was like, oh no. I was like, don't do that.
Oh my god, I broke my nails. I can't fight crime anymore.
Right? I was like, oh, that'd be the worst.
What I'm getting from this is I don't actually read the Batgirl comics, so I don't really know the lore or anything like that behind it. But from what I'm getting of this is it's more of a believable style for her. This seems like something like how Kick-Ass was like believable superheroes. This seems like a believable thing you would actually see on the streets. As you know, I mean, you wouldn't see that on the streets, but if there was superheroes, that would be what you would see of someone, with clothes like that.
The question I would have then is, what's the rest of the world like? Because if she does a costume change to make it more realistic, are we going more Nolan realistic?
We're all
Batman
nudists.
verse? Or is everyone? Or is no? But I'm saying like villain.
The superheroes have to follow suit.
Yeah, you can't have like she's gonna go talk to another superhero and they're still in giant super spandex. Like like Power Girl's gonna show up and like enjoy boobs. Like there's a weird sort of how does it work? It'll be interesting to see. That's all. And I know that Dodger is a big nerd, so I want to know what she thought.
Yeah, I'm being yelled at a little bit for calling her a girly girl. Sorry. She's a girl is more what I was trying to say. I know that she's like, she's in her 20s. She's a girl.
She can be both. That's what comics are all about.
Yeah, and if the internet is giving you a hard time for saying that she's a girl in her 20s, take a look in the mirror, internet. You're the ones who made it that way. All your selfies made it that way.
I just waiting for people to actually cosplays that, because that would actually be something cool.
That'd be really
cool. It would look really good.
Yeah.
I've really liked, there's some cosplayers who have done really, really cool redesigns of, like, Wonder Woman's outfit and things like that. And I like that this would be, like, actually pulling from, the source material. It would be like, no, I didn't have to redesign this. Like, this is her outfit right now, which is kind of cool.
I want cosplayers to redesign all of that world. DC as that. So all that, just like, we're going to go to the mall and create costumes this weekend. That'd be fantastic. That'd be a fantastic competition that DC could put on. I want that to exist. Like, go make us new superhero outfits at the mall this weekend. Go take photos. I'm just saying. I'm giving you that. Anyway, I think that's it for games at the moment. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Shovel Knight in my free time.
That was a great game.
So good.
It's fantastic.
I forgot one game actually.
Me too.
I fucked up. I'm so sorry. Wolf Among Us.
I was going exactly.
You were going for that too, yeah.
Wolf Among Us episode 5.
Shut your mouth hole.
There's a wolf in it.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, that's where I was
Shut
going.
it.
I was like, I forgot I played
Shut
the last
it.
episode.
Don't you spoil that shit.
I haven't played the
Fine,
last
dude.
2 episodes.
Do we want to spoil it? Do you want to talk about it, Cry? Or you...
Don't spoil it. No.
I
Okay.
don't think they want to even
I think-
think about
Let's say
talking
Here's the
about
thing.
it.
Like,
See the spoiler finger? I'm the host. I'm only doing this shit. You guys are on your own.
It's true.
You guys are on your own.
He's right. Yep.
It's not happening.
Oh, damn it.
We all know
I
it
really
exists.
had like an opinion.
We all know it exists.
I'm an
and we all
individual and I have an
opinions.
opinion.
Take it to Tumblr, man. That's where opinions go.
That's it.
Not
It's on
on-
right now.
Not on
I
this
will
show.
say,
You're a
I'm
social
so
justice
curious
warrior.
to play the last part because half of the people that follow me have been like, it was the worst. And half of the people that follow me have been like, it was amazing. I can't wait.
It's because it's left up to debate of what actually happens.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh.
That's
Well,
all.
I think. I mean, having not played the end, I think I can. I might hold out and do when I'm in London, do a playthrough of it, so you guys will have it. Anyway, so I think what most people are aware of is that this is technically prequel, yeah, to the.
Yeah, to the comics.
So-
I've actually been reading those, by the way. Those are awesome.
So it's really sort of Star Wars episode 1, 2, and 3-ish, where it's the main characters, we know what happens
4
to
and
them
5.
because we get that they exist in this comic world.
Yeah.
So it's the other things going on around it that are interesting, and that's what I'm interested in, because most of it I'm like, well, I know what happens to these two and that guy and that person, but it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, what's going to happen with the rest of it? So I think maybe that's where the interpretation of is it good or bad comes from, or maybe the choices you made in the game, like things. I don't know. But yeah, I'm with Dodger on this. I can't wait to play it. I haven't had time.
Yeah, like there's I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's characters in it that aren't
Stop.
even in the comics. That's all.
Stop.
So it's pretty interesting.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I just want to talk about what I'm passionate about.
Stop.
Be passionate about beating off your Vita, and we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
There you go, internet. There you go. Wait, hold on. Everyone, Cry, you're kind of doing already.
Thank you.
Mathas, I need you to look, to the top right.
My top right?
Other top right. All right,
This
good.
is fucked up. God. Damn.
Perfect. There we go. That's our GIF. We're good.
Well, good.
I want that.
Worked hard for that.
All right, guys, we'll be back here in a minute. Thank you, and see you then. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
All right, we are back. Hello,
And that's
everybody.
how I killed her.
Hi.
The best part is everyone, Dodgers is eating a chip. This is typing, and you just finished up a story about murdering someone, apparently. No one cares. What did I tell you? This is the internet. Your crimes will be
Do what you
easily
can.
forgotten. People will be
That's
like,
true.
what'd that Cry guy do? Oh, he made videos. Yeah. Oh, and he murdered
Cat
like
likes
8
food.
people.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
So we have a lot of news this week.
We do.
And I'm so thankful for that, because usually there's not any. So this is fun.
It's true.
Fun times for me. So a lot of stuff in the world of DLC, and a lot of stuff in the world of fans being fans.
I want to debate. Let's go.
I'm
But
ready.
I think the place we should start,
Right.
because it's the least controversial of all of them.
Okay.
We don't want to spoil the lead here, guys. The least controversial is so there was a article, actually a report that was posted this week that basically says PC sales dominate all hardware sales. So essentially consoles, all of that, nothing is compared to what PCs sell. And out of the PC sales, most of those, almost half, are classified as enthusiast. So that's like the call dropped, apparently. I guess Cry died. I can't even talk about news. And then the internet dies. Way to go. Well, I'm still here, so that's fine. Hi,
Oh, hey.
everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome
Hi.
back. For those wondering at Polaris and everywhere else, Cry is hosting this call. So blame him.
That has never happened before.
Blame him. Let him
It was
know.
the First time.
You
Let
said you
him
were going to
know.
get thunderstorms.
That's true. I am getting
Why are you
thunderstorms.
hosting
Why
the
am I
call?
hosting? Why? Who decided to make me host? What the fuck is wrong with people?
If this happens again, I'll host.
I enjoy
Okay.
that I'm the only one visible on the screen. We got half a Dodger face. Cry's face is okay. And then we got
of
Cry
course.
plus Dodger. And yeah, this is just fantastic.
I like his default image though. When he's not actually showing his webcam.
Mathas's?
Yeah, he's nice.
I don't see that. I don't even see him in this chat. So
I don't either.
anyway,
Oh,
we're going to
well,
work
on the
to get
on the
this
stream I
back.
was there. Okay.
And
Aw. He's like,
speaking-
help, I can't.
Speaking of PCs, this is ironic, isn't it? The minute we start talking about them, PCs are the best, aren't they, guys? They're just terrific, and
Yeah, PC is so good. Never break, never problems.
no problems,
Internet always.
no problems. All PCs work wonderfully.
It keeps kicking Mathas.
All right, so we will shut down the call and then we will restart it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. Let's shut it down. F it. We'll do it live. Diddle-diddle-diddle-dee.
Hi.
Answer with video. Answer with video.
I guess I won't host the call then.
Nope.
Mathas's thing does look good. He looks very suave.
I told you it looks great.
He looks very
I
suave.
don't see anything. Oh, you know what? It's because we're not friends.
You're not friends with Mathas.
I'm not. What a dick.
Look, I'm
no,
sorry.
No, I'm.
Oh,
friends
people
with him.
can see our chat now. They can see everything. Fuck.
What were you writing in there about how much you love wieners?
Dude, this is the worst
You're
guest.
so good. La 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 la.
So welcome back. I like how I tried so hard to stay on point. I tried
know.
so hard.
I know.
I was ready.
You've
to
been
do
doing a
news.
really good job, man.
I was ready to do news. I was so excited, and then we got ruined. You know whose fault this is?
Mine.
This is Mathas's fault. He's
Oh.
not here.
It's Mathas's fault.
He can't defend
Yeah,
himself.
fuck you,
He's not here.
Mathas.
So we will give this a sec and see what we can do, and someone at Polaris will take 20 minutes to edit all this out.
Ooh, he's
job,
saying,
Polaris.
ha ha ha. He's awkwardly laughing in chat right now.
Uh-oh. Stop awkwardly laughing. Stop
Uh-oh.
it. I have the call.
Yeah, your
This is
call
good.
quality is awful. What are you doing? Duger,
Mine is?
you host this call.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Look at the chat, everybody. I'm going to sign off now. No one can see nothing. No one can see nothing. You can't see nothing. Oh, God. Because it's Cry hosted. I like that's in the comments. Answer with video.
Well, I fucked up, and then everyone fucked up. But it was
Hi.
mostly me.
Now we're good.
Hey, we're good.
Now we're good.
Hey!
We're professionals.
All right. So anyway, now that we're back, oh my goodness. Nothing happened. Sorry.
Nothing happened.
Sorry, people on YouTube. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
And we were on
Nothing happened.
track.
No
and-
cuts at all.
No
Right.
edits.
How about them computers?
Yeah, how
Yeah.
about how good we are at games?
Okay, so back to irony. So the study released this week that I tried to talk about was that PC games are dominating all hardware sales, or not PC games. Sorry, PC.
PCs.
You get thrown off track.
Components,
You get thrown
yada,
off
yada.
track one time.
Too
you get
late.
thrown off track
Yeah.
one time, and suddenly it's all ruined. I tried.
Let's
I
just-
tried.
Just talk about corn or some shit. I don't fucking know.
You mean just the PC computer, right?
Oh,
Okay.
anyway, so PC hardware sales are dominating all other sales out there. So, for example, there's consoles and all the little handheld devices and all that. Anyway, so out of those, the study shows that half of the PC sold are enthusiast level PCs. So this would be people with like ridiculously high powered PCs that are built to play games, and that's pretty much it. Like that's what they exist
Is this just PC or does this also include Mac?
for. I don't know if it includes Mac. It does. I would assume.
I assume
yes.
it's just PC because, well, but Mac users don't climb inside of their Mac and change things.
Right.
You know, Macs
Yeah.
come as like,
As
here is your Mac. You don't build a Mac, right?
Right. And so, but the big thing they noted from the study was that most people are moving away from low-end PCs or things like, Macs, for example, and going to mobile and tablets instead. So the low-end PC people use are things like, I know a lot of people this past couple weeks were talking about the Surface Pro 3, and they were saying, like, it's a tablet laptop thing, it's cheaper than most other things, so I'll get that instead, right? And so there's all these different levels of smaller is better when it comes to something that isn't really high-powered or needed to be high-powered, and then people are spending all the money that they don't on computers on supercomputers. Right? It's like a really weird. Like I didn't think that would be the case at all, and I was interested in the study, and I guess that's people want the best they can have of everything. Basically, people want the best and always want the best, and that's where we're at.
I mean, like, I don't think that it necessarily nullifies the idea of, you know, there are more people in general playing PC games because they already have a PC. Because in order to have a PC that will play those like higher end games for the people who care, they're going to spend more money to get better quality stuff. So really, like, it doesn't surprise me all that much because we spend so much more money than just a normal person would on their PC, you know, and to constantly upgrade our PC as well.
Yep.
Well, see, one thing also we got to keep in mind is with these whole like high-powered PCs, it's not just gaming these are used for. These are like video editing. These are like
Sound
software,
mixing,
like all those things
Yeah.
like that too. It encapsulates gaming, but also does that too. So it's not just that one spectrum of things you got to think about.
But it's almost half. Like, I can't imagine
half
half of all PC users in the world are like, I'm using this for business. Like, there's just a bunch of nerds. What I'm saying is, we're taking over, and one day we'll rule you with an iron fist. And when that happens,
I hope so.
When that happens, I will be as cruel as you were to us when we were younger. Football players, we will find you. We will find you and we will hurt you. And then we'll make you do things like clean toilet seats with your tongues. Revenge.
Don't reinforce stereotypes. Some of those footballers are just like us playing games.
Eating Doritos.
And drinking Mountain Dew.
I like to remind everyone that the very first Polaris video has Dodger making fun of sports in general. So I feel like
That was true.
I feel like you can't backtrack out of this one.
But that's because I personally don't give a shit about sports.
What about the World Cup? It was so fun. Germany.
World Cup was very fun to watch.
There you go.
But so that's I think it's cool. I definitely think it's a interesting bit of information that PCs outsell consoles at a ridiculous rate. Like, it's twice it's $21.5 billion of market share for PCs, and that's twice that of consoles. So I am now more inclined to understand the reasoning and purpose behind the Steam box and things of that nature, because before I was like, who is this for? Because it's the dumbest thing in the world. And now I'm like, there's so much money being thrown at PCs that I feel like Valve believes that there's enough people out there that they can sell to. So even if it is a niche market, there's twice as many people willing to be a part of it. So
Dude,
I kind of get it now, kind of.
The first time I was on the podcast, we talked about the Steam box. Oh my God, we've come. We've come so long. We've come so far. Oh my gosh. You guys like video games? Let's talk about
video
them.
games.
Full circle.
It's good.
Let's talk about video games, guys.
Let's continue talking about video games.
Yeah, speaking of video games, another cool thing that happened this week that I actually think is kind of neat. It isn't bad or just too terribly interesting, but so Dead Island 2 is coming down the pipeline. And
oh yeah,
if you know me, I was very like some of the changes they made to Dead Island 1 where they made it so everything was stamina. I hate it. Like, it ruined the game for me. But I will say that Dead Island consistently produces like some of the best trailers and some of the best like promo things for their games. And so
wait.
I don't care what you say about that torso. I don't care about that torso. That torso is amazing. Shut up. That is it's amazing. And you're crazy if you say otherwise. It was so controversial. It like everyone was talking about it. It's genius marketing. It's genius. Anyway, in order to prevent people like Dodger from being a Debbie Downer, they have now created a make your own collector's edition. And so you can go and you can sign up, and it's like a Google document too, which is really funny, but you can select what you want to have as part of this thing. And some of the items are great. Like it's basically all California themed stuff. And one of them that I really wish people would vote on, because I want it badly, is a California flag, but with a zombie bear. I want that so badly. It's so cool.
That's cool.
And there's a bunch of different things, and I think they even included like weird torso statue as one of the joke items.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's great, and
Is there like a back scratcher or something?
let's go look at it right now. What are the things you can choose?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
I could totally use a back scratcher right now.
So if like you go to any of the articles on the internet that talk about it, there's always a link to the community survey.
Oh, they're
no
no
longer
longer
accepting
accepting
responses.
responses.
Damn. Well, I remember that there was a lot of things on there like sunglasses and beach towels and things like that. So it was all very California themed, and I loved it. I loved the premise. I love the fact that they went to the fans and said, "What would you like?" Because a lot of the times, people assume you want things in a collector's edition, and they just create things that aren't really great.
Yeah,
And-
I was gonna say, like, just having the voting ability just kind of helps kick out the garbage that people don't want in a collector's edition. So
Right.
people are gonna be more apt to buy the collector's edition because there's stuff they're gonna want.
But people always want those giant figurines, man.
But
I
that's
Those
always
are
want the
cool.
bloody zombie torsos.
but that's
Yeah.
I like things that are. This is just me personally. Like I like things that have more than one purpose, or aren't just specifically like a big figurine or a bust is okay. Like I'm joking.
Sea Viper. I see it.
It's
Good paperweight.
It's wonderful. Yeah, it's okay. It's there's certain things that are fine, but I think the ones that are the best, like having a big giant thing like a sea viper is cool, but the things that I think are really good are like something that I love from the Witcher one they're doing is the pendant. Like that's like it's something that is from the game world. I like that more. I think the Destiny, they give you your own little cube man or whatever the hell that thing's called, right?
Yeah.
I like that, where it's something that's it's something cool from the world. Like Wolfenstein gave you the dog tags of some of the guys from the game, and gave you an entire booklet of designs of all the like robots and like dogs and shit, which is really cool. It's like, all right, it's like something for. I think that's really creative, more so than like maps. I hate maps. I hate when people give you a map and or the CD, or we gave you all the movies from the game.
But
I hate
if they give you a map, you can turn that map into cool coasters. You should watch our Swords and Stitches, where Jesse Cox and I made coasters.
Yeah, let's point out that the map, rather than use it as a map, we turned it into something else. That's how useless it is. Like, I don't know. I just like the idea of creative gifts. Things that you give fans that you put thought into more than we just threw some shit together, right?
Buy it, more money.
One I really liked was Fallout New Vegas's one with the
What was that one?
it had like the card pack or whatever, so you can like play Caravan or whatever it was called. I
That was
forget what it's
cool.
called.
Yeah.
That was like really neat.
Was that
I-
Fallout 3's collector's edition that had the Pip-Boy that was like a clock?
I think one of them had like a
yeah.
lunchbox.
That was cool.
Speaking of clocks and shit.
Is it like lunch?
No.
Lunchtime?
It is
Is it
technically.
lunchtime? Should we make sandwiches?
No, if for any of you who have been following Hyrule Warriors, you will experience rage and fury because in Japan they get a badass collector's edition that no one else gets, and it comes with so many cool things. It's like shut your face. You get a Triforce clock, you get a scarf, you get like a little boxy thing. There's so many cool things, and they're like, hey, rest of the world, brop. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate them so much.
I mean, that's something we've had to live with, though.
I hate them
That's
so
always the
much.
case.
I hate
You know
them
what's
so
the thing
much.
that I wish so badly that we got more variations on consoles, like designed consoles.
Yeah.
Like we've gotten the Wind Waker Wii U, and they did like Pokemon X and Y 3DSs. They've been better about 3DSs than anything else. Specifically, Nintendo likes to do this. But like, I don't know. I feel like we never get any design variations for Sony products like they do in Japan, and like, I just like to see that. I think that would be fun.
Chat's reminding me that Saints Row still never made a Genki clock, even though I wanted it so badly. In Saints Row 4, the very beginning, there's a Professor Genki clock, like one of those cat eye clocks,
Yeah.
They could have sold 12
That's
billion of
gen-
those.
Yeah,
they could have
that's
made
genius.
those, and I was like, "What are you?" I would have that hanging right behind me right now. No, it's just I almost I wish that more companies had that creative, like, let's see what we can come up with and make something fun. And so when you looked at the list that they had, it's not up anymore, but the list of stuff for Dead Island 2, a lot of it that I voted for was really niche, creative, fun stuff, like the California flag, but it's a zombie bear, right? Things like that. Instead of, we'll give you, a CD of all the music in the game, and we'll get, I'm sure the music's great, and I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff that you have, and there were other things that was, even like, I don't know,
Volleyball.
Oh, there was a
Volleyball.
That would have been a good
Volleyball
idea.
that kills you when you kick it
be
because
cool.
the first game is buggy as fuck.
Look, I agree with you. I agree with you entirely. The first Dead Island infuriated me, but I see the Dead Island 2 trailer. I'm like, God, I can't stay mad at you guys. Like, they're very good. They're very good at hyping up their own games that I end up hating. But whatever.
Yeah. Dead Island 2 is not something, like, the idea of the collector's edition is kind of cool, but the game itself is something I probably won't bother with because Dead Island 1, I don't know, other than it being buggy, bored the hell out of me.
It did have a lot of that feel of, like, fetch questing RPG elements, where it was just
it was
go to
weird.
X,
It
do
was
X.
weird.
I was like, I should be afraid, but I'm never afraid. I'm frustrated, right?
Right.
Because they forced running on you by making it so kicking no longer was your defense mechanism if you ran out of weapon stamina or whatever. It was now part of your stamina, and so they forced you to flee more, which I was like, this is the stupidest change you could ever make.
That doesn't make you scared of your zombies, that makes you frustrated with the mechanics.
Yeah. And so that killed that game for me. But there's a lot of, I don't know, I thought that was really cool. I'm a big supporter of single player collector's editions. I have never and probably will never buy like online multiplayer. Like poor Blizzard. I love Blizzard, but I will never buy one of those collector's things because all their things are like, you get all these cool things for all of our games, and it's like, it's great, but I don't want to have to go back and play that, and
Yeah.
What about Titanfall? That had a really fucking cool like figurine. It was like huge.
the giant. That was cool. I don't know. I'm not a big Titanfall fan, so I'm not gonna.
I don't even like Titanfall, but I love that thing. That thing looks awesome.
Yeah, for me, it's like any collector's edition. I'm more excited if I either get one super cool thing or like two pretty cool things. I don't want like a bunch of shit. I have so many problems with like clutter, like just having little things and not getting rid of them and then realizing, why do I still have this? Like, I hate that feeling. So I would much rather just get one really cool thing and be like, worth it. I know exactly what I got out of this situation.
I am of the mindset that, like, much like shirts and stuff that I try to make, I want it to be something that I don't have to necessarily explain.
Yeah.
Like I hate the idea of like having, the new Destiny thing's very cool. I like the way that little guy looks. But if I were to have that on, say, a mantle of my house, and I invited someone over I'd like to have sex with, I wouldn't want to have to explain what the fuck that thing was. Be like, well, it's from the game Destiny, and it's my favorite thing. Yeah, like
It's not a hidden camera.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird concept to me, and so I just like the idea that it can serve as like, oh, that's an interesting thing to look at, and doesn't necessarily mean that
That's
I
an
haven't.
interesting clock.
Yeah,
It's to know it's a Genki clock.
It's a conversation piece.
So what you're saying is you
Exactly.
don't have a Darth Malgus statue standing behind you.
I don't. Do I? No.
I don't.
I like that you had to double
No.
check. You're like,
You're like, wait a
I
minute.
don't.
I do have a VV hidden behind there. Most of
that
the
was
things, most things I have here are things that have either been sent or things that I have had since I was like that VV I've had since whenever Final Fantasy IX came out. Like, I'm not a big collector, but I like getting things. I enjoy showing things off, but I'm always like one of those people like, man, I would love to have the collector's edition of X game, and then when I get it, I'm like, what do I do with this shit? Like, I know that's the same thing that's with swag at conventions. I'm that guy who's like, I must have all of it that I can get, and then when I get it, I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to do a contest to give away this shit, like, because it's cool. But what am I gonna ever use it for? Like, it would just sit there. I would have a closet filled with things if I didn't constantly give stuff away. So, I don't know.
They just need to like make towels or like underwear.
That's what I'm saying.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Conventional things.
I would wear a pair of Dead Island 2 boxer briefs, pink boxer briefs with Dead Island 2 logo on it. In a heartbeat. It could be any
Fucking
color.
do it.
It could be any color. That's functional. Cry. We see
welcome.
we see eye
guess
to whatever the hell it is on your picture that count as eyes.
Yeah.
I get you, man. I get you.
Thank you.
I want that.
Thanks.
I'm just imagining like they like superimpose like a picture of like a zombie's head like looking towards your groin region on like the thigh.
and he's really impressed. That's how you sell it.
Yes.
He's like,
It's like,
that's
damn.
Good job, buddy.
That's pretty
Guess
good.
I won't eat that today. Sure.
I can't unhinge my jaw at all. That's just too hard to eat. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Shit.
You're welcome, Dead Island 2.
Sold.
Yeah, so that's by the way, if I would spend money on a Genki clock. Make that happen. Make it happen, world. If someone on Etsy makes a Genki clock, email me. I'll buy it instantly. Someone get on that. I just want it. So let's move on. Let's move on to something not about loot. I thought this was interesting because it's a question that I have that I think the game industry in general sort of is like, it's just common wisdom. This is what you got to do. So Far Cry 4 this week said that the map is the exact same size, if not at least a little bit similar to Far Cry 3. And people were like, well, why don't you make it bigger? All this stuff. And my question was, Far Cry 3's map was huge. It was
Why do you need a bigger map?
I didn't even figure to get through it all in the first place.
Me neither.
So my question is, why does conventional wisdom always that it needs to be that bigger is better and you need to show more and it needs to be wider and let's make everything open world? Why not? And let's throw in random questify. Like it's fine, but I'd rather it be the same size as Far Cry 3 and look more beautiful than we're gonna make it huge and still kind of like Far Cry 3.
Give it, make it the same size, more beautiful, and pack more shit into it. Put more stuff to do, because a lot of the problems with the open world games now, because everything has to go open world, like you said, everybody's like open world, open world. I play open world games more than I care to admit, and I find myself getting bored so quickly because the types of stuff are the same from game to game. It's an escort quest or a driving quest or it could be a hacking quest in Watch Dogs.
Quests that make you
play Watch
use that
Dogs.
space.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like you're giving me these quests, so instead of it making it feel like an open world, it feels like an open hub to go get quests and go do them. It doesn't feel like a world, a living, breathing world when you do that. So instead of making it bigger but having the same types of stuff, make it more alive. Make shit happen as you're wandering the world. Make things happen. I think one of the games that did it really well back in the day was Red Dead Redemption. That was like the first step towards having things organically show up in front of you. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. I'm so tired of playing these games and feel like I'm playing a single player MMO.
Yeah, I don't want to play an open world and feel like, oh, I'm kind of bored. I guess I'll go this way and see if there's something. I would much rather be playing the game and have something happen that causes me to go, oh, I should go do, oh, but I'm still doing this. Oh, which do I do? Something that naturally makes you go, I really want to go this way and see what's over here and do this thing and then come back to this,
Right.
So rarely does that happen in a good way.
There's and people can say all they want about Skyrim and the gameplay, and TB would gladly tell you that he thinks it sucks. But I feel like in that game, there were things you could do just because you could do them, and it brought life to a world that could have been very flat and felt empty. But for example, if you go see the playthrough I did, there's countless episodes where I'll be like, I'm just going to follow this fox. And every time the fox would lead you to something insane. And it became like a meme for the show, or for all the different episodes, because if you followed Foxy Brown, you always found something good, right?
Yeah.
And it was just, it's an insane thing that somehow happened, and it made the world feel more alive. Like there's more stuff to do. And I think you're absolutely right when it comes to Watch Dogs. It's a world that exists but feels empty at the same time. Like it doesn't feel like, I don't even know how to explain it. I think that's something that game companies really need to be careful of now, is that they constantly are trying to make bigger and better things, but forget that it has nothing to do with the size or what you do in it. Like you were talking about, my brain just died. The game, the 3DS game earlier, Dodger, that Bravely Default. How you were like so excited to go explore the world, and there were things you're like, oh, what's this over there? That's what they need to focus on. It doesn't have to be huge. Just make the world you create tantalizing and explorable. Yeah. That's what people want.
Freaking Divinity Original Sin does that phenomenally. There's just so much stuff that just around you, like, what's over there? What's in there? I wonder how I get in there. I'm just tired, like I said, Watch Dogs, I'm tired of opening up the map and seeing 10 million dots, and I'm like, well, this is my chore for the next month.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like with Divinity, it's the same sort of thing where like you're doing, you know, the quest that is obvious to you, and you'll stumble onto something and be like, oh, I need to finish this quest, but I got to come back to this, or oh, I'm gonna go and do this really quick and then come back to this big quest, you know. And that's really the way to do it, is make it so that you have that sense of wonder, like, oh, I haven't been there. Like, I wonder what's over there, you know.
Yep.
See, I am so sorry.
No. Look, I can't see when you're about to talk. I can't see when you're about to talk because on my screen, all I see is his face. It's like,
hey, that's a good face, all right?
I don't know what you're about to say. Please, by all means.
Oh, I'm just saying, there's been so many like open world games these days. Like before it was like a treat to get in a world game. Now it's like everything's in a world game these days. Nowadays, I want linear games. I'm kind of tired of all the open world games. Like, you know, everyone's all like, yeah, Watch Dogs, it's gotta be great. And then it's just a bunch of shoehorn memes and all that other bullshit that no one really cares about. They're just like, yeah, we're corporate, but we're cool and hip with the kids now, right? No, no, you're not. Shut up. So either way, like, I just, I'm sorry, I'm just grumpy.
Yes.
By all means, continue.
One of you do a thing.
All right. Think of Bravely Default. It's a vast game, but it pushes you in the right direction. In an open world game, they give you the main quest, but odds are you don't give a fuck about what the hell the main quest is. Yeah. In the Watch Dogs game, I didn't give a damn. In the main quest in Skyrim, I didn't give a fuck about the Dovahkiin stuff. Like, Fusroda, yeah, that's great. You can shout words. Okay, I'm just gonna go check out that fox that you were talking about. That was a lot more interesting than the actual quest itself. I never even beat Skyrim because I was spending so much time on the side quests. I played like 70 hours of that game. I never beat it. But I want a game to pull me along and make me want to be pulled along, as opposed to, okay, I'm gonna go like check out this bandit hut here. Okay, cool. Well, bye. And then leave.
Right. It's something that I think speaks volumes. You're absolutely right, Cry. I think it speaks volumes to games in general, that you can see the trends and they're very clear after the fact. Like you always have 20/20 vision after you see it, like, having happened. So you see, for example, Warcraft take off as an MMO. Suddenly there's a trillion MMOs and everyone's trying to cash in on that, and nobody can do it as well as that. Like, everyone's like, no, this is gonna change the world of gaming, and it's always the same rehash stuff. Then you see a very good example is Skyrim explode, and everyone's like, we can do a Skyrim, just make big open world stuff. You can go to League. People see League explode, and everyone's like, we can make a MOBA too. And it's always that way, because everyone wants in on the money involved with it, and very rarely do you see the chances being taken for something else. But when it happens, it's hilarious, because suddenly another game genre will come along that will change how we all play games, and suddenly there'll be 12 million of those. And it will flood the market, and then we'll have this conversation like, oh my god, I'm so tired of FPYs, first-person yellers. That's just, that is just the worst. That's just the worst. Everyone's playing that now, right? I mean, everything.
Yeah. Someone just made a good point. Flappy Bird, for example, did the same thing. Like, it changed, the market on mobile gaming for like months, even. Yeah. Just because everyone was like, all right, let's go make Flappy Fish. All right, let's go make Slashy Floosh. I don't fucking know. There was so many renditions of the thing. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like, hell, even like 3 days, or what band did it too? It was like some band that made a version of it too.
I'm not surprised.
There's Flappy Potato Salad now, jumping on that cash train.
Yeah, man, that is combining 2 cash trains to one terrible train wreck.
And simulator games. Goat Simulator started a trend
Oh god,
too.
don't get me started. I fucking hate that game. I think it is one of the worst things to happen. Just because you admit a game is broken does not give you an excuse to say it's good. Fucking hate
It's
this
hilarious though.
I
It's
love
not funny.
I
Oh,
love
look at the long
music.
tongue.
Oh, okay, continue.
No, please, continue ranting for a minute.
I don't give a fuck about Goat Simulator. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
All right, like people like this is a debate that I had for a while with people on Twitter and my viewers because I did a video on it saying how much this game is stupid, and people were just like, "You just don't get it. It's supposed to be broken."
That's my favorite. Oh my god, that's
like,
so script. The
it's
second
like-
you disagree with somebody, you don't get it.
Yeah, I was like, no, I get it. And the developers it said, it's broken. It's just because you say something's bad, just not automatically make it good. And people just didn't seem to get it. Like, oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Look at all these crazy things. And what happened? A week later, nobody was talking about Goat Simulator. But now we have Bear Simulator, Cat Simulator, fucking Butt Simulator. You name it, there's going to be a simulator game out there for it because Cash Train, choo-choo, jump on, everybody. It's going to be great. When Goat Simulator was like basically the internet getting a 1 week little treat, I guess, if you want to call it one. But it wasn't a game. It was a bad experience. It was just a broken physics engine, and that's all it was. And people were like, best game 2014.
And then everyone kept fucking making videos about it.
That's the thing is and then there's also, the huge camp of people who were like, this game was bait. It was YouTuber bait.
Yes.
Yep.
It's exactly
whether or not
it.
that's true, that's basically the
It's still a
name
legitimate
that it
argument.
made for itself.
It was the new age Happy Wheels. Yay.
Yeah, well,
Everyone jump on a train. Now get the fuck off before someone ruins it. Everyone ruined it. Oh, fuck.
No, too late. But back on topic, I don't just the last kind of thing I want to say about the whole open world thing and the idea of people jumping on trends. I'm all right with companies saying, "Oh, this is an inspiration. This is an inspiration." I'm okay with focus. Good. I'm okay with companies saying and jumping on trends because it inspired them, but don't copy paste. Do something. Do something with it. Don't make another open world game that has every goddamn fuck yourself.
You'd make TV so proud. You'd make him so proud. He'd be like, I like that guy. You're going to get promoted immediately with this podcast. He's going to be like, the only good person on the podcast this week was that Mathas fellow. He knew what he was talking about. Trust me. You're about to get the TB bump. It's going to happen. So I gave you a top hat.
Bumped.
The T-bump.
It's cool for companies to say, this is a good idea, let's make games on it. Don't just blatantly copy them and just be uninspired. Do something with the fucking formula. Do something with it. Don't be like, here's another open world game, and instead of following somebody around, you're trying to hack them without being seen. It's different, see? It's the same fucking thing. I'm not stupid.
Dude, you sound pretty mad right now. Are you mad right now?
Really angry.
The Mad Hatter.
Oh, man.
Mad Hatter.
Oh, my
Whatever.
God.
That's
What?
and it's gonna.
I'm so excited. It
It's
all
gonna-
came together.
I apologize. There you go. The end.
Don't apologize.
That's where all your argument just gets washed away. Stick to what you say.
That's true.
Do not apologize.
You guys just don't get me.
Yep. There you go.
Cry.
That is like the Tumblr post in the essence. You start with, you guys just don't get me is like your argument. And then you end it with, you guys just don't get me. And everyone's going to be like, fuck, he's so deep. Reblock.
So you don't get me sandwich.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cry.
All right. Well, that's all I have to say.
Cry.
I don't want to say. Yeah.
A bunch of people were asking how to upset you.
How to upset me?
Yeah, because you said that talking about Goat Simulator wouldn't upset you. So what would upset you? What could
The
we
only
talk
things
about
that
right
really
now?
upset me is like really dark shit, like animal abuse and stuff. So
Oh,
yeah, that's about it.
Wow, you
Yeah,
had
let's
to
not
make
talk
this-
about that.
Yeah,
Wow.
You're Debbie Downer over here.
Yeah.
Dude, you
Get
wanted
the,
to fucking know? I'm just being real with you right now, man. I'm being real.
You don't even
McLaughlin in here
understand.
singing
You
in
don't
the
even
arms of an
understand him. You don't even understand him.
Yeah,
You don't get it,
exactly.
man.
You don't get it. All right.
One tier,
Fuck.
one masculine tier.
only one.
FYI, it's thundering outside my house right now. So if I disappear,
You got
and
my
Cry,
storm.
Where are you? Where
East
are you
Coast,
guys?
baby, Boston.
Yeah, we got East Coast
here.
storms.
West Coast, we don't have rain here.
It's sunny
You
as
get
fuck
earthquakes
here.
instead.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'd
we get
rather-
earthquakes sometimes that don't wake me up, and then in the morning my cats are freaking out.
Dude, it's
I
a
don't-
massage. It's fine.
I don't feel.
Right.
I,
Move on to, Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't feel earthquakes. Sometimes I think it's people farting in the room. Other times I think it's people downstairs having a party. I don't feel that. Earthquakes don't affect me.
I can
I
feel
wanted
it.
I wanted to interrupt.
The only time I feel an earthquake is when I'm playing Monpiece. There you go. I killed the joke because I couldn't remember.
Okay, so there are two other stories that are equally connected and I think very fun. The first.
Are we gonna fight?
Our dear friends at Ubisoft say players are open
Please.
to DLC now. Chris Early says that barely anyone complained about the Time Saver DLC in Assassin's Creed 4 that unlocked resources, whatever, and it was fine. There was no resistance, he said. Maybe there were 12 guys out there somewhere who said something, but whatever. As a whole, there wasn't a problem.
Okay.
That is a quote.
Matt
It is
wants
a
to
great
get
quote.
in on this so hard.
Okay. I'm in. May I? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm in two minds about this. One, the company is absolutely obligated to take blame for the DLC problem that we have. The greedy money-grubbing little whores who want all the money for every little piece of the game that they withhold. But the other part is, in my opinion, the consumer. The consumer is shouting, but they're shouting at the cashier while they're handing them the credit card and checking out this basket full of DLC. I do not want your DLC.
I am so angry at you right now. Sliding your thing.
Exactly. I can just picture it. He's just got this cart of DLC and he's so mad. He's like, fuck you for charging me all this money. Take my credit card, but I'm not going to do it again until next week. I'll be back.
No, it's true. I mean, we buy it. So, like, you know, our complaints don't matter because we keep buying it.
Right. That's the... Continue.
There's also this thing here you got to realize, like, okay, so... You know the YouTube comment section and how we always like, it sucks balls every time because everyone's like so... It's kind of unbelievable how people act. Mm-hmm. You got to realize that there's dogs barking, but that's also another thing.
You have to realize that.
Is
your heart.
You gotta feel that.
The negative comments are just dogs barking. Sorry.
They are. But you gotta realize that there's a vocal community of people that, you know, fuck DLC and stuff like that. But there's also a fucking lot of people who just go with things and don't care.
Yeah.
So we all like know amongst ourselves that, you know, DLC sucks, but there are so many more people out there who don't give a fuck. So that's the people they're saying that don't complain. And they're calling the people like us the 12 people because they're vastly undervaluing our opinion because they're just like, you know, maybe if we just say that, you know, we'll acknowledge that there's some issues, but they'll just say, hey, you're just the 12 people we don't like. Mm-hmm. But it's just
they're doing exactly what we do, is what you're saying.
Yes, people are special people.
Here's what they're very specific in what they say in this article, though, is you know, Chris says. He's talking about the Assassin's Creed 4 stuff that can be unlocked just by playing the game. But people are spending money to unlock stuff that you don't need to spend money on. It's just time. And I think that's something that's very interesting because it goes back to a conversation we had in this podcast many times, but a few weeks ago, with the idea of if we as adults, dare I say adults now, don't have the time to do stuff, we're more likely to spend money to buy the access to it rather than that's why I don't play MMORPGs anymore because I don't have time to grind out rep with things when that's what I want. Like I want the ability to have max rep with that group with like the orcish dick cutters, right? I want rep with them, but I don't have the time to grind it out.
Too.
And
yeah, man. The orcish dick cutters, let me in there.
Best loot, man.
Look, their helmets are the best. So I just feel like a lot of people, especially in their 20s, 30s, 40s, you know, most gamers now, the average gamer age is 33, right? So it's one of those things where a lot of people don't have time. They have families, they have whatever. And so they can justify, I spent $14 on this because they're like, I have a job, I'm going to spend this money on shit anyway. So they can justify it. And they get access to the same things that younger gamers who have more free time have access to. And a lot of people, that appeals to an awful lot of people. And so, you know, we can sit here and be like, this is horrible. Like, why would you do that? Like, you're perpetuating something that's really killing the industry. But at the same time, you guys are right. A lot of people are like, I don't care. I'd rather get my stuff for $14 than have to spend 16 hours this week playing something that I don't have time to play.
Yeah.
But there's a line, I think, that can be straddled. That's the thing. Like, I really honestly believe that DLC is not evil. I think it has its uses in place for people who don't have time. The problem comes when those companies are withholding pieces of the game itself. Whether it be,
Yeah.
I mean, we can even go back a year or so when, what was the game? The Fighters. There were 2 DLC fighters that were on the CD.
It was Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I think.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Was it? No,
Yeah,
it was the Tekken versus Capcom game, I think.
Yeah.
Where it was like
Oh.
that weird Mega Man. Like, that's the bullshit that I complain about, because you're holding straight up just pieces of the game from the consumer to make an extra buck that either it's completed or it was close to completed or you were planning on it from the very beginning of developing the game. That's a huge issue. And I have maybe shortcuts for those people who don't necessarily have the time but have the disposable income. But when you're just like cutting pieces out of the game and selling it, I mean, another recent one, I don't know if you can even consider this, is the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
It's $40 for a 2-hour slice of Metal Gear Solid fucking 5. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
That's like that falls in the same basket. But people are like, it was great, it was good. I'm like, oh, I'm sure the gameplay mechanics are good, but you just told the company it's okay to charge you for a 2-hour experience.
And that's, I mean,
Yeah.
that's, you're right, though. We told the company that. Like, if they would have released that and no one would have bought it, that wouldn't be an issue. But so many people were so excited for anything Metal Gear related that was an instant purchase. And sure, later people can be like, oh, it wasn't what I wanted. But the company just saw their money. They are on forums. The CFO and the CEO and the COO, they're not on forums. They're looking at like all the money they're making. They're like, that was a genius idea. Whoever thought that, I'll give him a raise. Like, I mean, that's
that
what
was
it comes
me. I'll
down
just
to,
take some more money.
right? Like, it's nothing. They're not on the forums. They don't know. And when we shout, we're not shouting at the people making the decisions. We're shouting at the people from their company, probably like, maybe a game dev, maybe, and like some of the QA people, like people who are on forums and things, like the
Just the
big
poor
wigs.
PR guys.
Yeah, the bigwigs aren't seeing this, and the PR guys, their job is less about listening to what you have to say and more about spinning what already exists. So, it's a very difficult situation for people who are against DLC in general, especially shitty DLC. That, but at the same time, games without DLC come out that are not complete, and we still buy those, and they're packaged as indie, and they're packaged as early access. I mean,
Oh, fuck early access.
Yeah.
Get me started.
but that's us. We started that.
Again, it's
Shout out
a
to
great
Notch.
idea.
And Minecraft. Minecraft was alpha, and it made millions of dollars, and that's where it all started. Again, jumping on the bandwagon, we brought it up. Minecraft existed. Suddenly, there's a million Minecraft clones, and suddenly there's a million people who are like, wait, I don't have to complete my game in order to sell it?
Right.
Yeah, it's like, Notch, it's not your fault, but fuck you, man.
Well, I mean,
Again-
that's like in other forms of media, that's been a concept for a long time. Where, like, if somebody, say, is making a book of their art, and they're working on all of the art pieces, and they really want to, get everything bound together into the book, but they don't have the money, then they can put it onto a format where they're like, will you pre-order this book, and that way I can use those funds in order to actually turn this into a book and send it to you. Like, that sort of concept has been around for a long time. It's just that now it's being used by people who have the money, right?
Yeah.
Like, who don't need that money in order to, like, push it out. They're just like, oh, we could make some money on this early.
Right.
Sick.
It's
Go
ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I'm just saying, there's a game that's doing this very well for some reason because I ended up buying something for like $120. It's this game where you buy your ships for real money.
What is that?
Star
Citizen.
Star
Star
Citizen, yes.
Citizen.
Or Citizen, that's
No,
what it is.
Everyone is
Another
hyped for
one.
that. Everyone
too.
wants it so bad. And I spent so much money on it. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but I did it.
Exactly.
Oh God, that's another way of just like gouging the consumer. And it's just like they buy their ship, and now a new shinier ship is out in a month, and you're going to spend money on that. And oh, hang on, this shiny ship's out. Now you want that
I can't
one.
even use my ship yet. No,
Yeah, they're non-existent ships.
yeah. It's like, okay, well, it's kind of like, buying fucking land plots on Mars because, in 40 years, maybe we'll be on there or something,
It's like, okay, cool. Do it as a Kickstarter, as one of the tier rewards. Great, you got it. Now, if people want to give you money, to keep funding your game and get those same Kickstarter rewards, great. But now you're introducing this idea of even those people who have Kickstarted it are going to look at these ships and like, well, that ship does what my ship does, but it's better. I'm just going to drop $80 on that as well, and now I'll have both ships, and now you just gained maybe like $160 off this guy. It's scummy.
There's what is it? Stomping Land, I believe, is the
Oh my
latest.
God.
The latest. Everyone I know was like, I can't wait to play this game. I'm so glad I didn't actually buy it. I was so excited. I was like,
here.
I'm gonna play it. I can't wait to play it. And they literally just vanished. They got money. And gone. And it might be, maybe they'll show up in another month, but it's been 2 months since anyone's heard a word from these guys.
Yeah, they haven't interacted with the community at all in like 2 months.
And I feel like
everybody's
this is,
like, what's going on?
it's just another example of just some of the awful, shady shit that happens in this wonderful industry of ours.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
there's a great example of it's not just indie games screwing people over. It's I loved, even though no one else did, I loved Child of Light. I thought it was a very fun, creative.
That was a great
nice
game.
Here's the problem I had. So I beat the game, and at the end, even though the ending felt very rushed, at the end, after the credits, there's a cutscene with two characters who basically hint that you may have missed something. And I was like, oh shit, wait, I missed something? I thought I got everything there was to get in this game. So I went back through, for the sake of my channel, delayed the final 2 episodes to play the game in its entirety again.
No, and it turned out to be like foreshadowing.
No. It's not even that.
Oh, God.
Here's what. So I guess other people had done this as well, and because there's many things in the game that don't make sense. Like, you get all these notes, and the first bunch of the notes are sort of the history, but then you get a whole collection of other notes that when you finally get the last note, it's like, holy shit, this isn't about the past, this is the future. Wait, so there's like 8 stories going on in this game at once that are really like, whoa. Here's the thing.
Dude, where's the spoiler finger?
I'm not gonna tell you what's going on in it, but
You said the past and the future. I thought it was all the present.
So anyway, spoiler finger, whatever. So anyway, the thing is though, I was told there's multiple endings in this game. Like, that's one of the things they sold it as. There's multiple endings, and they set it up to be multiple endings. Here's the thing they didn't tell you, that eventually they released, and I guess one of the developers did an AMA, and a few other guys said, all the alternate endings were scrapped. There's only one ending, and no matter what you do, you can only get that one ending. And the thing at the end, with the 2 characters, is about one of the other alternate endings that they didn't include, and they just included it so there might be foreshadowing for the future. So literally,
DLC.
They just pumped out this game, and that's why the last, 30 minutes feel so rushed. Because there was supposed to be a whole nother area, and a whole nother thing that had to do with those notes, and a whole bunch of other stuff that they were just like, sorry, we don't have time for it, and just pushed it out. And I literally lost my shit. Because I was like, I just replayed all this to find... I went through the game again with just 3 characters. Like, you can choose and drop characters. And the first game, I got everything. I did every quest, I did everything you could do. And I thought, best ending. And the ending's like, you're like, this isn't a good ending at all. It's sort of like a middle ground ending. And I think what they did is they found the most middle ground ending and gave you that one rather than a great ending or a bad ending. And it's so frustrating. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, that is the dickiest move that there ever was.
For $4.99, you can purchase the season pass, and you can get all the endings later on.
I don't even. It infuriated me.
I thought that it was going to turn out that like this scene that happened at the end was misconstrued by everybody, and everybody was like, "Oh, I missed something in the game," but it was really like, "You missed something. Stay tuned," sort of a thing. Like,
it was one of those things.
DLC's coming.
It was less stay tuned and more of when you played games back on, NES, where it was like, play it on hard difficulty if you want the real ending, like that kind of thing. So I assumed, oh shit, I did something wrong, I gotta go back and play it again. So I did, and it was like, nope, sorry, dum-dum, that's just not in it. And it took me digging around the internet to find that information. And then eventually, like, between the time where I started up again and when I finished the video, one of the devs did an AMA where he gave out all the answers. And I was like,
oh man,
shut up. And it's one of those things where people in chat are like, God damn Ubisoft. And if we were talking about EA, they'd be like, God damn EA. If it was Activision, they'd be like, God damn Activision.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the company that it is. It has everything to do with the fact that all the companies are like this. Like, at their core, wow, you're going to die. Well,
holy shit!
We're about to see Mathas die live on camera.
Guys, this is my first time on the podcast. I don't want to go.
Here's the thing. In case you're wondering, Ubisoft now has control over lightning, so you are you're totally screwed. But it's every big company's like this, and I think it was I read an article that was about it was like television and movies and all that stuff. But essentially, 30 some years ago, there were 28 major companies. Now there are 6 that own everything. And so, like, everything's just conglomerated. And so, same thing in the game industry. You have Activision, and EA, and Ubisoft. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that exist, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And no matter what, they're gonna do what's best for their overall company. And the little tiny developers are the ones getting screwed. And so we can sit here and yell at those.
Getting bought and absorbed in. Yeah.
But their schedules, like I'm a huge fan of Dead Space. But everyone saw what EA did to Dead Space when they pushed out Dead Space 3. They said, we need this game now, make it happen. And it wasn't necessarily a Dead Space game. It's one of those things, it's like tears, like I wish, right? And then when it didn't succeed, they said, no more Dead Space games, we're going to do something else. Like, you're the ones who did this. And I think it goes, Child of Light had a very fun, great feel to it. And even if you hated the poetry, the first half of the game is excellent, right? But then you can see where somewhere along the line, someone said, it needs to be out by this date, so make it happen. And it happens all the time with games. And it kills me. I feel like the same thing happened with Diablo 3 and Activision, right? I remember calling it way back when Diablo 3 changed all of its mechanics to fit consoles, and I was like, it's gonna be on a console, it's gonna be on, and everyone was like, no, it's not gonna be on a console. It's like, they made it so there's only 6 buttons. That's the perfect console combination. Like, and people are like, nope. And of course it showed up on console because big companies run that shit, and it's not the developers anymore, which is sad, but it's true.
Yeah.
And they're the ones, and those big companies are the guys who are sitting in their offices who see the money come in, and they're the ones who see the DLC numbers, and they're like, yeah, no, we should keep doing that. And even though you're yelling at, a developer, they may not have a choice, and they may have to sit there and spin it because their big company somewhere is telling them, you're going to make like 12 DLC for this game, and that's what's going to happen. And they may not have any choice in that, which is, the shit.
Sucks. It sucks. I'm curious what it'll take for it to at least slow down. Like,
well, I think our next and final article might be the one thing that we as a collective community can agree upon. So, Evolve, which so far what I played seems like a fantastic game.
Yep.
Has been purported to be built as a game to accommodate more DLC than any other game ever before.
How exactly does it do this?
Why? Because they're going to release special monsters and special classes and special maps and special weapons after they gouge you $60 fucking first, and you're already knee deep in it.
And so this is the thing that I think Evolve, the original game. I feel like if we all agree that the original game looks awesome and we play it and we don't buy any of the DLC, and this is their like Titanic of DLC, if we can sink that ship,
right,
they might stop doing it. I'm just saying, internet, if we can become an iceberg, a giant fucking super iceberg, and drown poor Jack and Kate, I'm telling you,
just do it. Do it, internet. Just do it.
I don't remember Kate Winslet's name in that movie, but whatever her name is, we just drown them. We drown them, and I feel like that would work.
My fear, what they're doing is they're going to build Evolve to be boring as fuck after like a month. There's not going to be a huge variety, and just when it starts getting boring, they're going to be like, "Here you go. Here's a monster. Here's some classes. Here's a new map. I know you're getting bored."
The game has to be at least what has been shown at conventions so
Correct.
far, though.
Yes, absolutely has to be. But
otherwise people are going to lose their fucking
How many
mind.
monsters have been shown so far? 2?
There's gonna be 3. There's gonna be 3 total. The first one was that big like Rancor looking dude. Then they made the Cthulhu guy, and the next one's supposed to be like a Predator kind of deal where he can go invisible and things like that. At least that's what they hinted
I saw
at.
him too.
And so it's cool. I like that. I love that they give you different skins for all the different hunters, right? Like, I love everything they're doing with this game. I think is great. But the minute I saw they were going to accommodate a ton of DLC is the minute I knew exactly what you're saying. There's going to be new monster types. There's going to be new things you can do in the game. They're going to add special skins and special weapons. And that borderline infuriated me because the vibe I feel is when I played this game, when I saw it, I was like, this reminds me of some of the great times I had playing multiplayer, like versus Left 4 Dead things. And I was like, oh man, I love that. I love the feel of all that. But they didn't push stuff on you. And most of the stuff you got was free stuff. Like, here you go, enjoy this, which I think is fantastic. And you got it from getting other games. Like, if they did that, like Evolve gave you crap for buying other games, I'd be fine with that. I'd be totally okay with, like, oh yeah, I bought this other game, but I got an item for Evolve. Like, that would work great.
All right, cool.
That would actually be a really cool way to implement things. Like, you could have like a new monster. Like, you remember Papo and Yo?
Yeah.
The monster and that being in that game, like its own rendition in Evolve, would be amazing. It'd be great for that. But
in my
some.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm
glad.
just thinking, like, I understand. I am too. It's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it. We all get a little bit. Thank you.
Yes, Cry.
All right. So, all right. We're all like grumpy at Evolve, right? We're all like grumpy. You're eating Cheetos, but we're all grumpy. The Cheetos aren't going to stop your grumpiness.
I may be grumpy, but I'm still going to buy the game. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I think it was great.
Everyone's going to still buy the game. Okay. But here's the thing. I think something like Evolve, how their plan is, would work a lot better if it was how Killer Instinct was for the Xbox One, where the only thing you actually buy, at least to my knowledge, was straight up a character. You buy individual characters, like, or you could spend a flat sum to get the full thing for all the characters. So, like, it comes out free.
Yep.
But then you spend a certain amount to get the full game access. Like, you could get, like, maybe 4 characters and then 1 monster that's free to play.
Right.
And it rotates or something.
And then, it could rotate, like in League of Legends, for example. Or whatever, MOBA. Yeah, they're around these days. Just something that would make it more accessible, so then you could judge whether or not the game is actually worth the penny, and then spend however much you would spend on actually buying the game through DLC means.
Well, what would you say if it was you bought the game, you got the 3 monsters, and I think it's supposed to be 3 squads for, like, to counter each monster, right? So there's 3 different pairings of people. What would you say if then they said, our first DLC is a new monster and 4 new party members? Or, and then, like, would that be because that seems more like expansion add-on than DLC. Or
that also depends on how much they also plan on charging for it.
Yeah, it does also. Like, if
If
it was maybe like
$5, new monster, 4 party members, all right, I can swallow that.
that would probably be
$20.
I bet they would be 10 or 20 for that.
Oh, yeah, I feel like it'd be
That's rough.
$19.90. That seems like a $19.99 purchase to
Right.
me. Yeah.
Have we
Because now you're looking at having spent $80 on the game.
ever discussed, like, what constitutes the difference between DLC and expansion?
No, not once. I don't think we ever have. And I feel like it
Doesn't exist. It's a blurred line at this point.
It is. It totally is.
I mean,
A fun
I
fact
think. Cry.
is fuck DLC, just give us back expansion packs.
But why? What's different? What's different?
Because then you could pile on everything that was going into those little baby little things you were giving us and give us something really big that we actually look forward to. Like Diablo 2 Lord of Shadow, or whatever the hell it was called. Lord of Destruction.
Yeah, well,
That was an amazing
the
expansion.
second one.
But if they just release it like 1 new character here, like fucking
Get a new
$5
level.
for this new dungeon, yada yada yada. No one would give a fuck. But people loved that expansion. People like talked about the expansion for years. People still even play the expansion.
Because it was as big almost as the original game.
Right.
But the thing that I think is interesting then is looking at Diablo 3 and its expansion. The expansion for Diablo 3, when you look at it, is roughly DLC-sized content. Like,
It is.
You get a new area that's about 3 hours of gameplay, and you get a new class, and you get to fight new guys. And then they change the rest of the game through download method. But it's kind of like, really, downloadable content is just that. Like, it's DLC is you can download it rather than having to go out and buy it at Best Buy or whatever.
Like,
Which,
is it just the method of attaining it?
at this point, it might be, because the difference between expansions and DLC at this point is so very, like, thin that it's hard to... Because I remember Warcraft 2, when that came out, the expansion for Warcraft 2 was bigger and better than Warcraft 2. Like, it was great. They gave you, like, hero characters in it, and you went into, like, the Orc homeworld. So it was a blast. But it was... I don't know.
I think
it's...
DLC carries the connotation of bite-sized content now. And I think the reason that that's the case, and we don't call it expansion anymore, is because when it was an expansion back when we were young, back in the 90s, you had to get the player off his ass, and go to the store and buy a physical copy. That in itself, getting that physical copy costs them money. So they're going to make sure that what you're buying is going to be worth it to you, the consumer, to get up and go buy it. Now with DLC, they don't pay shit. They can give you a bite-sized piece of content for $5, and what does it cost them? Some networking, their network, like nothing. It costs them nothing.
And then they can artificial inflate it and stuff like, we have collector's edition DLC or like day one access stuff that there's only like 1,000 of those though. No, they can make as many as they want, but they can say there's 1,000 and charge you $16 more, and you'll pay it because you want to be the people who want that.
That's pure marketing.
That's exactly what it is.
That's it's also another reason why I hate the store exclusive DLC kind of things. Like I think Assassin's Creed might have done that for like Target or Walmart or some shit.
If you pre-order at GameStop, you get this, but nowhere else.
I fucking hate that.
Pre-order at GameStop. And I'm like,
it's so
annoying.
stupid. It's just like,
well,
why?
I think that part of it, and maybe I'm wrong, is those companies trying to remain relevant in a market that's becoming incredibly digitally exclusive.
No, that's you're absolutely right. That originally, if you remember, GameStop was the only people who did that. Because GameStop was desperately trying to stay relevant when online sales became a thing. Because people were like, screw it, I'll just order it on Amazon because it's cheaper than having to bust my ass and go to game and deal with like, are you sure you don't want to spend it for a GameStop exclusive card? Because that's just the worst. No one likes that. And so GameStop then said, well, if you order through us, you get a super butt gun, and it shoots butts. And everyone was like, the butt gun? Why, I'll go do that. And then other companies caught on, and so then Walmart started doing it, and then Amazon started doing it. So everyone has their own special reason to go there, and it's just everyone trying to compete with everyone else, which is just ridiculous. And what happens is, that these guns could have been put in the game at any other time for free, but they were taken out so that they could be sold at X place to make it. It's the worst. Just
or
the worst.
Pre-order at GameStop and get an exclusive 2-hour mission with your game. Like, really? Fuck you. Yeah, you're going to take away part of the game?
Dogs, you're not even good enough to take away things, you dumbass. You got to be good first. Then add, not subtract.
That's like the most heinous crime. It's like, I'm going to take away a piece of the game from everybody else and hold it just to GameStop pre-orders. And for me, I'm just like, well, fuck it. I don't care. I'm going to save $10 and buy it on Steam anyway.
Those fucking exclusive costumes weren't even that cool looking.
Assassin's Creed does the same thing. It's Ubisoft. They're king
Ubisoft, the only thing that, like, all right, Uplay sucks.
So, but here's the thing.
Sucks.
So does
Origin's awful.
It has nothing to do. I truly believe that no matter what, in the end, I will complain about Ubisoft and EA and Activision all day long, and because they're all reflections of the same shitty like world we live in. But it's really amusing to me that no matter what, everyone can find a problem with any company on any given day and be like, God fucking Ubisoft, you are the worst. And then the next day it's like, EA, Origin is the shittiest shit that ever shat. And
they're all bad.
They're all bad. They're all
bad. They're all using each other as
bad
like
when they're
a
like,
gauge
hey,
of
want
like,
a free game on Origin? I'm like,
you know what also sucks, but everyone's like too afraid to say so? Steam.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You know how often the Steam framework is fucking down?
Not on this podcast.
It just randomly crashes
Steam all the time.
Okay, you guys shit on Steam. Good. I feel welcome amongst friends.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, Steam. I use you all the time, but fuck you.
We frequently remind people that you don't own anything on Steam. Steam is you're renting a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's terrifying. It's true though.
The friend zone. I don't know what it's called. The friend area on Steam is almost never down for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't ever have problems with the friends being down. Probably once a month, my Steam might be like, I'm breaking. I'll have to reboot it. But outside of that, it never really breaks.
But I did get really angry yesterday. Okay, so as I said at the beginning of this podcast, I don't have internet right now because my internet got transferred to the apartment I'm moving to.
Yes.
And I went on my computer and I was like, but it's okay. I've got plenty of games on my computer that I don't need to be online for. But so many of them were Steam games that Steam was like, no. So many of the games I went to play and I was like, I don't need to be online to play this. Like, why is this happening? And Steam was like, I think you should maybe not. And I was like, come on. So I literally just didn't play anything on my computer. I was like, fine, I'm going to play more Bravely Default, whatever.
So 2K was one of the other companies I was thinking of because I just started reading this delightful article so I could find the quote. But going back to Evolve, this is what they were saying. They were talking about how they made the game, and they said that with Evolve, they made modular pieces. The way the game fits together means that we can make new maps, new environment types, new wildlife, new monsters and hunters, and all that stuff, and just plug it into the game. And then they go on to say that we're definitely looking to see how the community reacts. It's designed to have a long life. So basically they want to draw out the game and keep selling stuff into the
They want
which
it
is
to be relevant.
That's douchey. I don't like that.
That's massive douche. And then the other problem is going to be when the multiplayer community starts getting fragmented, because these people have the extra maps, but you don't. So you can't play with these people.
Well,
So you have to buy it, yeah.
Right.
I would love to see them go with the route of it doesn't have to be a free-to-play model, but the route of how, say, League of Legends does it, where you can still earn those things by playing it, or you could just buy it. It's kind of like how the route where we went earlier, where the 20-year-old guy doesn't have the time for it, but he would buy it anyway, yada, 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 all that other
That
stuff that
makes
we
sense.
rehashing.
That's
Why not something like that?
Isn't that what Hearthstone's doing, where you can use the gold in the game to buy the expansion? But if you just want to pay money, you can do that as well? Like, all right.
Like, there's even MMOs that do that, where you can spend gold in-game to buy game time. That's a great method of just, keeping people involved. But I guess, they don't want to do that because they're just not a lot of money today, I guess.
But the one thing here that I think gives hope, and this is what I'm talking about, sink this Titanic, guys, is he literally says, as long as people are into it and the DLC does reasonably well, then we'd like to keep making more. At the end of the day, it's business, and it has to make sense. But we believe that we built a game that does support that really well, and so it's going to have more than any other game before. And so basically they're saying this is a defining game of this next generation. It is going to be one of the biggest releases ever, and we are going to pack it with DLC. And as long as it makes us money, we as an industry are going to keep doing this. My proposal to you, Internet, focus all of your trolley rage at this and sink it. You can play the game. You can love Evolve. Buy Evolve by all means. Do not buy any DLC. If you want to make a point, buy Evolve. I would say, in fact, go out and buy Evolve. Buy Evolve. Don't touch any DLC. Watch what happens. Because the article's right. This is a flagship game of the next generation. If you want to make your point heard, because all this yelling and bitching we're doing is not going to help anybody. This is just people on the internet going like, DLC. Trust me, if you want to make yourself heard, do that. Go buy the game and don't buy anything else. And
I'm going to buy the DLC.
Speak with your fucking wallet.
Cry. Already blew money on that
I'm a
dumb
weak
space
man.
game.
Like,
hey, okay?
It's been said so many times, and it's said on, of all places, Reddit a ton, but nobody fucking listens anyway. You speak with your wallet. Don't spend your fucking money, because once they see that you're not paying for it, they're going to change their attitude.
But I will say this. Oh, no, go for it.
Oh, since you went on the topic of Reddit, a lot of the arguments I hear is like, oh God, I fucking hate Call of Duty, but my friends got it, so I gotta get it now. The same thing is gonna happen with the DLC for this game. Their friends are gonna get it, so they're gonna be like, oh fuck, I gotta get it, so I can play with them now.
Be a stronger person than your friend.
Again.
Your friend's a weak-willed peasant.
But then you can't play with your friends, and then you're like, oh, we don't have anything to do together now. We gotta go outside and do things.
Once he realizes he can't play with you, he'll stop playing and he'll play with another thing with you. He'll play that masturbation game with you.
Play the masturbation game with us.
God damn it.
Dodger on Twitter adventures. Everyone tweet at DexBonus. Yeah, play the masturbation game with us. No, but I think this is something that I'm telling you guys right now. If you don't buy the DLC, you'll make change. But I swear to God, I'll be the first person to point the finger at you when all of you do buy the DLC, and then you bitch and moan that everything's DLC. It's like when people complain about elected officials in office, and they're like, the government's the worst. Who controls that shit, dummy? You do. So if you have a problem with it, fix it. And if you don't fix it, you don't have the right to complain. By all means, complain, but I'll be like, you caused this. From now on, I'll point at you and be like, you did this. It's like that old drug commercial where the dad catches the kid smoking weed, and he's like, where'd you learn this? He's like, I learned it from you.
Oh, yeah.
That's the shit.
Those are amazing commercials.
My favorite.
Keep that
Your
in mind, fellow parents, when your kid can't play their whole game until they buy all the DLC, $40 at a time.
It's your fault.
Your fault.
Look in the mirror.
fault.
Look in the mirror,
They
and next
learn
time you
from
want to yell at
you.
someone.
And then suddenly it's the commercial with your egg on drugs or whatever, and they
Yeah,
got
my favorite of the drug commercials is the one where you're like a little wiggly stick figure that like won't move. I like.
Yeah, she's been doing pot.
She was doing pot.
My current favorite drug commercial is the one for Jack in the Box that's playing right now, where I've seen it in front of some of my videos as well, where it's a girl talking to Jack, like the guy from Jack in the Box, and she's like, "What if your hands were spoons?" And she's like, "Oh, your elbows made noise." And Jack's like, "Why don't we go get some food?" It's a commercial to eat high, basically. It's wonderful.
It's not a negative thing.
It's not negative at all. It's a very like, are you high? Is it late at night? Go get the
You
Jack.
should probably go to Jack in the Box.
Go get the Jack in the Box. And the meal is literally like a burger with jalapenos and cheese on it, and then like 2 tacos and like 50 things of like, it's basically I have the munchies meal, and they have no problem with it. They're like, "Are you high right now? Go to Jack in the Box." I'm like, this is kind of the best thing ever.
Look, it's
fucking combating
starting
Taco
to be
Bell,
legal
man.
now. Yeah, Taco Bell has been on that train forever. They're like, "Yo, dude, you need a meal anytime? Anytime?
Yes.
We're open 24 hours." We're just like, Taco Bell.
Just in case you're up late working.
Working.
Working
I
on that
got you.
creeper.
I think once again I have to apologize. The chat is right. I did purchase every Saints Row DLC. They got me. They got me. I wanted to play. But keep in mind, I'm also making.
You are
I was
part of the problem.
Keep in mind though, I was also making videos and
Yeah, you
using
were
all the
making money
weapons.
off of that DLC.
Yeah, so even though I spent money on the DLC, I made that money back. So I feel like I'm personally justified, but I guess I'm a total hypocrite. So also I frozen in the most ridiculous.
Yeah, you're fine now.
You fixed.
Yeah.
At the very least, if everybody buys DLC, Angry Joe will have a job as corporate commander for the rest of his career.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. So this
I mean,
is-
there you go.
I don't.
There's always a silver lining.
I guess in the end, what we've learned here is that we as a society are a big bunch of hypocrites. We're like, we just hate and hate and hate, but God, if we want it, we're getting it. Like, I think that's what we've learned.
Said.
Just like Jack
Screaming
in the
customer.
Box. Go today.
All right, let's take a
God,
break.
you're sponsored by Cheetos
And we'll come back and we will go over releases this week. Hopefully we have them because I don't have a list. Yuck.
I'll look up a list on the break.
Yes. All right. Stick
Bye.
around, guys. We'll be right back. And we're back. Hi.
Okay.
Dude.
Don't surprise me like that.
Yeah, what the beans, man?
I learned from the Wild Krendor that surprising is the best way to re-enter a show. So anyway, I tried to give Dodger enough time to find some great releases this week because I have no clue what's coming.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm looking too.
I was complaining the whole time. I was like, why is it so hard to find a release list right now? And I don't know if it's because like only shitty games are coming out. I don't know. Or just like games that aren't super on people's radar.
I'm
Do
excited.
we know any?
We found a GameSpot list that I
Delightful.
can read off of.
Let's see what's coming this week as we move ahead. Please.
Okay. Tuesday, July 15th, aka today, Wayward Manor for PC is coming out,
What the hell's that?
which is
Yeah,
the Neil Gaiman game.
A what?
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman
yeah,
game, yeah.
Oh, all right. I have to like
They
it 'cause
invite you to
everyone
jump
on the
into the
internet does.
afterlife of a disgruntled ghost trying to reclaim his house from its newfound owners.
Why is he mad? He's dead.
I don't know.
What does it
Just
look
go
like?
to Afterlife.
What is
Calm
this
down
game?
already.
What's this game called? Disgruntled Ghost Man?
Wayward Manor.
Wayward
Disgruntled
Manor.
Ghost Man is a sequel.
So you're just the pissed off guy, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, it's on Steam.
You're a ghost who's in a house, and you're like, oh, people are moving into this house, but I'm stuck here because I'm a ghosty ghost.
Oh, so a puzzle game, isn't
Fuck
that?
them.
It looks
All
like
right.
little. It looks like little. What are those little toys that kids would have? Like those little block people?
Uh-huh.
Little-
Legos?
No, not Legos, but the ones for like kids because Legos are too small. Those. It looks like those.
Well, there's 4 reviews for it on Steam already, and they're all thumbs down, so that's a good sign.
Good,
Solid
good.
start.
All right. Looks like shit. Carry
Well,
on.
there's that. Next game. Next game has a logo that looks very similar to the Wayward Manor logo.
Oh,
And
good.
it's called Abyss Odyssey. It is a procedurally generated action-adventure title for the PC, 360, and PS3, where you must go on a downward journey into the depths of the unknown. That tells us fucking nothing. That
But it's
tells us what
procedurally
platform it's on,
generated,
and that's
so
it.
it's so cool. Actually, the art style looks pretty unique, though. There's
The art
that.
style reminds me of old. Oh, no, it doesn't. I guess I was about to say it reminds me of old point-and-click adventure games, but it doesn't at all when you click other pictures.
This Odyssey.
There's
Holy shit.
One of the artwork review things is a picture of what appears to be Skull Devil playing a fiddle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
looks
I'm looking
awesome.
at.
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, this actually looks interesting. The art
And it's
style
only
is interesting.
$10 right now on Steam.
Perf.
And it has all thumbs up from people who got review early access.
Ah, interesting.
Sweet.
Yeah, and the project lead even gave it itself a thumbs up.
He's
You
like,
liked
my
what he
game is
made."
pretty fucking sick. Thumbs up.
Dude, there is a Mexican skull man who
Okay.
says I stand corrected. He looks very much like just sort of general Latin. I don't know where he's from.
Dude, racist, bro.
I don't know where he's from.
He's a Latin man.
He's a Latin.
Beautiful,
He's Latin.
handsome
He's a Latin
Latin man.
skull man that says, and I quote: my sayings give wisdom to some, but not much to anything other. So, care to listen?
What?
What?
All right.
That's
good
what he
quote.
says. That's what he says. I don't know what that means.
Snaps.
So,
Best
Snaps,
Reddit
snaps,
2014.
so
I
he's
will
like,
say, though,
listen to me, but don't.
this game does look actually really cool. So this game has my seal of I think it might be good. So good.
That cautious optimism.
Yeah, I am
Fry gives it
optimistic.
cautious optimism.
Cautiously.
Cautious.
Cautiously.
I can't tell
All right,
what
next
the game
game.
is though.
Huh?
It's like a platform action game. It's
Yeah,
like
it looks Castlevania-y.
do you know that one beat 'em up Dungeons and Dragons game that came out?
Yeah,
It was
I know
an
what you're talking
older one.
about. I didn't play it though.
The really
It's-
old one?
Yeah, it's really old. It's like an arcade game. It just came out on Steam like a few months ago.
Maybe
It
I
was-
don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty fucking good.
Are you talking
Dungeons-
about the one with the boobs that everyone hated?
It was
old.
No, it was like Chronicles of Mythara or something like that. I don't think it was boobs.
Shadow over Mystara.
Yes,
That one.
that game.
That
it
game
reminds
was
me
fun.
of that.
I didn't play
Yeah.
it a lot, but I did. We played it on Friend Zone, like one of the very early Friend Zones, and I was like, "Oh, this is an interesting game."
It seems like a new age version of that.
What? Abyss Odyssey is also a fighting game where you can challenge your friends and you can play as Hispanic Guitar Man. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I want to make up quotes that make no sense either. Like, I could tell you why I like this game, but then maybe you wouldn't understand why I like this game.
You just
So
don't
I'll
understand.
tell you if you want. You just
Holy shit! And it has online multiplayer. Sold.
Oh my god. Oh my
You guys,
god.
we could all fight
That sounds real
Guys.
some
fun.
Latino skullmen together.
Oh my
Sounds like a new YouTube hit series.
I'm liking this.
Handsome Latino skullmen. Is that what you call it? Because that's what I would
Yes.
call it.
Should be.
Look at these characters. You can see some of the different characters that they have in here. There's Latino Skullman, there's Fiddle Devil, and there's a guy who looks like Rat King and
Fiddle Devil.
and Tentacle Face and Tree Head and a man who looks like he's cosplaying as an uglier version of Jane from that one show everyone likes. And
Firefly.
yeah, that one. And look, all these characters. I'm so excited, guys. I think I love this game. I don't even know what it's about, and I think I love it.
It does. It gives a nice it's a good presentation with how it is.
It definitely does. It definitely does.
It's
on.
good.
Hold on,
it's
internet.
only-
I'm gonna get this picture for you. I'm gonna stick it on the thing so you can see what I'm looking at instead of complaining.
TB would show the trailer.
You know what?
Yeah. Whatever.
Look at that. See, you can see Skullman, and then you can see Crystal Boobs and her friend Flower Lady. But then if you look on the screen, you can see some of the characters in the middle. It's so exciting.
There it is. Challenge your friends.
Oh, there it is.
Guitar Man, Crystal Boobs. You're right. Flower.
Yep.
Crystal
Hold on.
Boobs,
I'm
right?
gonna try and.
No, wait. She's a jellyfish girl. Look it. She got jellyfish.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Is she underwater jelly? Maybe that's just her butt tail.
That's gross.
That's probably her butt tail, yes.
Hold on. I'm gonna try.
Nailed it.
I'm gonna try and get you the best. Well, first off, I'm gonna leave those boobs on there because this is my podcast. But secondly, why does she have a little soldier man? Who's that soldier? Oh, those are the support characters. Guys, they're support characters.
Yep, they're support characters.
But look at the people there. So there's Rat King. See him? See Rat King at the bottom there. Then you got Treehead and Tentacle Beard, and you got Jane in the middle. You got Jane right in the middle.
Tentacle Beard.
And then you have Fiddle Devil. He's over there. He's right next to Jane. Guys,
All I see is the next Evo hype game.
I am
Obviously.
hyped for this. You have no clue. I don't know. Why is there... Look at all the people you can have on your team. Guys, I want this.
You got a French soldier at the bottom with that weird hat.
I love it. I love it. All right. So, yeah, we got way off topic there, but I'm getting
I'm okay with it.
The minute this is over, I'm buying that. All right. So, anyway.
So this Odyssey. Next game, I think this came out already, but it might just be being listed because it's coming out on Vita. I don't know. One Piece Unlimited World.
Red.
Version. One Piece Unlimited World Red is an action-adventure RPG that's a One Piece game. It's about pirates.
Yay, One Piece.
Yay,
It's
One
about
Piece.
pirates. Look at me. I'm gonna milk my franchise until it's dead.
Look, all of the animus do that.
I know.
All of the big shonen animus do that. You can't just...
Even Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z, all the Dragon Ball Z games, all the Naruto games.
See,
Have there been
Dragon Ball
Bleach
Z is the
games?
one. Yeah, there's a lot of Bleach games.
Really?
There's been Bleach games. Dragon Ball Z is the
For
one
the
that I'm
Wii.
gonna let
Bleach has-
slide just because it was one of the first that did it.
Yeah. Bleach has a game on the Wii, I think. The
Diddy
original.
Kubo? Oh. Jump Superstars, Jump Ultimate Stars, J-Stars Victory Versus. What?
Jesus Christ.
Anime.
Animu.
Anime is the
Anyway.
worst.
So One Piece game.
I used to love it.
The Platinum Hits National Treasure Edition of Saints Row 4.
Oh!
Yay.
Hit up
Buy
your
it.
contacts.
Buy it. Make it happen.
Buy it.
National treasure. You become a puckish rogue, guys. That's all I want out of life is to be a puckish rogue. That's what my Twitter says I am, so it must be true.
Next game is called Sharp Investigations: Death on the Seine. Is that how you say the
That
river?
sounds violent.
The Seine River.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like a Sherlock mystery game, but without
think
Looks
Sherlock?
like it might be.
It's Sharp with an E at the end, like it's probably a name. Sharp
Super budget.
Investigations: Death on the Seine River.
There are no articles on this game. There are no videos
Yeah, it
on this
doesn't
game.
even have a
It's
score.
a.
There's
It's
no
one of
form
those
activity
basic
on this
point.
game.
One of those basic point and click adventures, and it's already
That's
out.
what I feel like. That's exactly what it looks like.
Well, yeah, these are all still games that came out today.
You know what though?
So
You know what?
so.
It's not something I care about though.
Next game is Crimson Land for PS4. Thousands of aliens, giant spiders, mutant lizards, and more are on the attack. Can you survive the onslaught? Crimson Land is a top-down shooter with a touch of RPG.
Of course it is. Everything's a touch of RPG these days. Level up!
Just a smidgy dupes of RPG.
Is it open world?
Can I just show you? Can I just show you an image from this game because it is
What,
hilarious.
Crimson Land?
From
I think-
Crimson Land?
I think it sums up this game perfectly.
I'm ready.
What is this? What is this game about?
I'm looking forward to this.
So ready for this picture to
Is
show
it
up.
Crimson Land?
And here we go.
Almost.
Nope.
Really close.
Go.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, there it is. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, there it is. Wait, what the fuck? No, stop.
There we go.
Stop.
There we go.
It reminds me of what Doom would look
Diablo.
like from a top-down
Or
perspective.
Diablo like 1.
Or Diablo 1 with
It looks like you would install that game on your 10 floppies.
yeah. And the UI looks really good.
I mean, the land is crimson because of blood.
I don't
And
know.
the
The
game
average
mode-
user score is 8.6.
But the game mode is career, which means like he had to invest a lot of his life into making all those people die.
Oh, man.
Hideous.
And there's 2 players.
Apparently, TB did a WTF is on this
there you
game,
go.
So
I'll go
just
watch
go
that.
watch
Oh.
that.
Though. Well, shit.
Even when we don't watch TB, we get
Do you-
TB.
Do you know if he liked it or not?
I'm gonna say no. I'm
I
gonna
was
go
gonna say,
on
well,
and say no. Or else,
Okay.
here's how you know if TB likes something. The next day, you will receive 50,000 emails saying you need to play X. That's how you know TB likes it. If you didn't like it, you'll never hear about the game. But
Right.
I will say, God bless TB. I'm not gonna lie, he is the best name dropper on the internet. I don't care what anyone says. I can go to any convention and be like, yeah, I'm on a podcast with Total Biscuit. And they're like, here, have some free shit. Thanks, TB. You're the best, buddy.
I've never done that.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
Does your name carry any weight? I mean, it's official. I've definitely been on the podcast now, so can I just drop your name? Will I get free stuff?
Here's what they'll probably ask you to leave.
Jesse
Yeah,
Cox.
that was what I figured.
They'll probably call security and be like, you should go now. So,
You know, some people are saying that TB liked it.
What?
Yes, people are saying so.
TB really liked it. TB loved it. Watch TB.
Yeah.
Let's be clear, though. He is taking lots of medication right now. So he may not know what he likes and what he doesn't like. So I will reserve till I see what happens. And we'll go from there.
Okay, next game is called The Abbey for PC and has no description.
The Abbey.
The Abbey.
Here's the thing, that name's so vague that if you look it up,
Yeah, you gotta put a
The
game
Abbey
after or
game.
something.
The Abbey
said it and I
gay
yawned,
clubs in
I got nervous.
Hollywood is the first thing that came up for me.
go on. All right, I see some images, but I also see a board game called Mystery at the Abbey.
Oh!
There's
It's
the
the
Abbey
yeah.
GeForce 8600 mobile. I don't think that's the right thing.
Oh, see,
Wait,
here's-
it is. This is.
Here's the thing. There's two looking games here, and one looks very like old school point and click animated style, which looks great.
Yeah.
I think it's an old game. I think it's
then
an old
there's-
game that's been ported.
It
there's
is
one-
because this video is 2008.
There's one that looks really awful, but then there's one that looks kind of like it's an animated sort of point and click adventure thing that looks like the graphics look really cool. Like it reminds me of when I played yesterday, like that weird graphic art style. Maybe it is by them, by the same people. I don't know.
Maybe. So there's the Abbey. And then got 3 more games coming out today, guys.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Next up is Rook's Keep, which is another one that looks like it's definitely an old game.
It
What
looks
is
like-
going-
like
What is
action-
going on?
At least for
Looks like
PC.
action chess, actually.
Rook's Keep is a game based on chess, where players battle using animated pieces in a gothic fantasy themed
Oh,
setting.
like battle chess.
Yep. It's the same
yeah,
thing.
like wizard chess.
Woo, holy
That's
shit.
something.
This is the coolest image of any game I have ever seen.
I'm
And I
excited.
might have to buy this game, if only for its amazing comedic value. Here we
Oh,
go.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
That is the best thing I have ever seen. Those are the 2 most gangster things. You're welcome, Internet. Enjoy that.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Man.
What?
It's kind of it's like a Mortal Kombat character, but like bad.
I think
Yeah,
we're all
it's a bad
Dude's
Mortal Kombat
got
character.
bling.
I think we're all focused on the naked devil with a horrible mouth and not looking at the pimped out orc next to her
That's
who's
what I'm
like,
looking at.
I got my cry. He is he is fantastic looking.
Oh my god.
I mean, I can
Holy
respect
crap.
his, style, but you gotta give props to the thing in the middle for the modesty of covering the groin region, but not the upper
Look,
flab.
I feel like there's a story
boobies are
here.
nothing to be ashamed of, Cry.
The story here. That
I
needs to be
guess
told.
not. Just vaginas.
Yeah. Flop
Just
them
be
out.
ashamed of your vaginas, everyone.
Ashamed.
I know I'm probably gonna get shot in the street for saying this, but I feel like he's kind of the Suge Knight of orcs. Do you see that? Do you see that? Sort of like he's all blinged out. He's a little overweight. He don't care though. Shirt off. He's ready to go. He's throw a beard on him. He's a rap legend.
Put a beard on it.
I'm just
Put
saying.
a beard on it.
I'm just saying.
Huh. Yeah, this game looks like shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next game.
Go in there.
Next game is called Alpha Xylon for PC. It also has no description and looks old. Enjoy.
Can we briefly?
What
because
list
we're gonna-
is this again?
We're gonna run out of time here, but I feel like
Okay.
besides
Alpha
Dodger,
Xylon looks old, and then 4x4 Dream Race looks old. Let's move
what?
on.
No,
Yeah.
what is going on right now with all these games? Like, we don't want to make any good games. Let's just release a game that came out 3 years ago,
I don't
8
know.
years ago. What is happening?
Yeah, Alpha's only came out in 2007.
What day are we going up to? The 22nd or?
It should be up until
So
next Monday.
okay, the most exciting thing coming out that I would say we could talk about if we wanted to is New and Tasty. It's coming out on the 22nd. That is
even
the
know what the
Oddworld
fuck that is.
Abe's Odyssey remake.
Yay!
Oddworld games are super good.
So there's something that's not shit.
But Duels of the
But it's
Planeswalkers
old.
2015 is coming out tomorrow.
That's true. Yeah, Magic.
Oh, god damn it. Here's the problem I have. I'm one of those people who I like achievements, and there's so many damn freaking Planeswalkers.
Yup.
I have 2013, 2014. I'm probably gonna get 2015, and I will play through it and then be like, well, that was fun, and then I'll just have all these.
Yep.
I hate you so much.
Oh, here's another anime-looking game.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday, Armored Warrior Iris is coming out for PC.
Hello,
sounds familiar.
Anime boobs. Where are we going? What is this called?
Armored Warrior Iris.
Armored
It's a visual
Warrior
novel.
Iris.
It says
Oh,
released.
good.
What is it? Released in, what is that, the Ukraine? I don't know what that flag is.
Europe?
Europe? Whatever.
Isn't it?
Where
Is it-
are pictures? I need to see them.
Wait a
Armored
minute.
Oh wow.
Wait a minute. This can't be the same game because I'm seeing straight up boobs.
No,
No,
there's
there are.
there's naughty bits.
There's
yeah,
definitely
here,
naughty
I was gonna say,
here,
why
Jesse,
can't it
put
be
that
the
image
same
up right
game?
there.
I can't look at it, but if you're
No,
like,
no, trust me, it's safe.
No, I mean I can't look at it because it would screw up the screen on I have a screen region.
You fucked up.
No,
Is
it's
that
fine.
the-
It's
is
fine
that
because
from-
I'm looking at images now too, and I see two very nice girls just helping each other hold up their legs.
Oh, I see that one too. It's got the naughty bits blocker on it.
We linked to the same one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, these young girls are just helping each other stretch. It looks like.
Yeah,
They're
just
wearing
you know,
bikinis and just helping
Yep.
each other stretch.
their tongues are out for some reason,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you know,
totally.
They're
it's just hot outside. Yeah.
Right.
And this other
You know,
image,
and-
it appears these girls are trying to eat a blurred out Subway footlong, but
I see that. It's like black.
Yeah, it's a
it,
black Subway footlong. Yeah.
Yeah.
it got cooked in the Subway oven a little too long. But the good news is they got extra mayo on it, and it is delicious from the looks of it.
And it
It
tastes
looks-
like semen.
Subway.
The
It
end.
tastes like
Thanks for having
semen.
me.
Well, I mean, we can at least show them the cover. I mean, this gives
This
a
is
pretty good idea of the game.
This is a visual novel. This is one of those things I
Cover?
want to read while I'm playing Monster Masturbation.
I just
Yeah,
looked- I
double fist.
I
Just
just
do
looked up the
both.
cover. I don't see. Oh, is this the cover? Oh, yeah. No, this says it all. This
Yeah.
says it
Oh,
all.
I love those clamps that I just noticed there.
The
Oh,
nipple lamp?
Yeah, the chest region.
Yep.
Yes.
Japan,
Wow.
you
Guys,
are the
she's
greatest
just-
country on planet Earth. You never do anything wrong. You make me smile. Japan.
Dude, she's just recharging.
Japan.
That's all it is.
Here's the thing. I think that's hilarious, and I've always this is one of the things that I always love because I was listening to a podcast a few weeks ago where they were talking about robots in the future, right? And they were saying that in the future, all this talk about like what robots will do and what they won't do. Most of the robots in the world will be strictly for like purpose, like this is gonna be the robot that does this, and this will be the robot that does this.
Yep.
And then some guy in the chat goes, however, in Japan, they will have automatons and women robots. And the guy was like, wait, what? And he's like, oh yeah, no, that's going to happen. He's like, the rest of the world will have like robot hands and like robot, like you can be Luke Skywalker and shit. But in Japan, there'll be lots of robots to bang. Like that's literally what they're like. These are scientists. They're like, so yeah, that'll be a market there. And I was like, oh, Japan. Oh, Japan, you are
Dude.
the best. Consistently the
I
best.
Yes, Cry?
I would do it.
those-
I'm just saying.
Thank
I
you.
would do it.
I've been saying for years,
at least you can-
I would bang a robot. Thank you, Cry, for
Yeah.
joining me with this.
Absolutely. Like, all right,
Put that
there's
check mark down.
is this too far? Are we going too far like into somewhere we shouldn't be?
No,
Like
I
we'll get in
think-
trouble?
Want to
You
be.
gotta wait
Okay.
until the robots have been perfected to the point that they're not going to literally
No,
squeeze
no, no,
your
no, no,
junk
no, no,
off.
no, no.
Yeah, you want them to squeeze your junk off? Jesse, don't stop me before I'm done with the sentence.
I'm just saying. If
Uh-huh.
no, there's. I want. A lot of people are like, well, I want the robots. Have you seen the robots that they have now? That they have as like sex robot prototypes. They're horrifying.
Oh, those
looking.
are fucking scary.
They're
Yeah.
horrifying looking. Here's the thing. I want to
Like
bang
their
one of
lips
those.
part and everything.
I want to bang
all
one
you
of, the,
do-
one of the prototypes that are like, and they have these like dead eyes, like I love you. Like I want that. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait till I'm old and they have like the cute ones that I can't do anything with because I'm like, hey, that's when to be. I want to be an old. Hey, girls, I'm gonna get you. That'll be me.
God, you just need to slap on an Oculus Rift while you're banging the ugly ones, and you're good.
No. Mathas.
Flawless.
We have had a lot of great one-liners in this. We've had Dodger who wants everyone to masturbate with her. We have Mathas saying, strap on an Oculus Rift with the ugly ones and it'll be all good. I feel like Cry wants to bang robots. This is,
So do you. I mean,
well, yeah, but,
just treat.
but you know, he's Cry. He's part robot.
Just let me fuck a robot, okay? It's not that big a deal, all right? People fuck like fleshlights and like towels.
It's true.
Let me bang a robot.
Might as well bang a thing that looks like a person.
And towels. Yeah, what's weirder, internet? Your weird flashlight that you bang, or a robot that looks like a person? Think about that next time before you judge Cry. Before you judge internet celebrity Cry.
Remember, he can be replaced.
Yes, who can easily be
Very
replaced.
easily. Very easily.
On that note, I think we're done with releases for the next week.
Yay! It's the
Yay!
podcast. We almost made it 3 hours before we talked about wieners. All right. So let's wrap it up here and let's go through all the different what we're doing and how to self-promote yourself. We'll start with Mathas. How do we find you, sir? And what shameless promotions do you have this week?
Pretty much, you can find me at youtube.com/MathasGames, twitter.com/MathasGames, and twitch.com/MathasStarcraft.
Oh.
Watch out. As I said, this week I've got the usual coming up, Mountain Blade Warband. I got a few more Judge Mathises coming up, more Project Zomboid, kind of the usual survival sandbox stuff. But on August 9th, this is kind of a future thing, I'm doing a charity live stream for Child's Play for 12 hours. So you can go follow my Twitch, and you'll get updates when that's going to happen. We got like community games coming in. We're going to be playing with all the people who show up, and hopefully we'll raise some money for a good cause.
Cool.
Sick.
Wait.
Done.
Cry.
Pass.
Pass.
Cry doesn't do shit.
I don't promote shit. I don't like that. I don't like that.
At least tell them your YouTube channel, you dummy.
Just Google the word cry. It comes up.
I want that to be the first thing that shows up.
Do it.
Let's
Google
do
it.
Google
Go to Google
Cry.
and just type in cry.
Just type cry.
Oh my god, you're the first thing that comes up!
I took over the motion cry.
You did it!
You're the
beat
first
it!
thing.
You beat the dictionary!
Oh my.
I don't need to do anything anymore. I've beaten life.
Internet.
Jesse, you look
Internet,
defeated.
there's something we need to do. The way Google works is it works by linking, right? So the more links you have to a certain page, the more that page shows up someplace. So obviously a lot of people link to Cry's website. We need to make a page that literally just says, it's the video clip of Cry saying he wants to fuck robots. And then everyone on the internet needs to link to that. So that becomes the very first thing. So when you type in Cry, it goes, Cry wants to fuck robots. And it's like, did you mean Cry wants to fuck robots? I want that. I want that on the internet so badly.
I'm on it.
I will put money into this endeavor. I want this to exist. I will
There's
fund
worse
this.
things out there, but I'll take that one instead.
Cry likes. But when I type in Cry like, I get Cry like a ghost lyrics, but that's not. Cry likes to. What? Cry likes to.
Fuck
Cry
PewDiePie.
Cry likes to cry is what popped up for me.
And that's all I
Cry
got.
likes to fuck, and then nothing. It's done at that point.
Oh,
Robots. Well, I made the search, internet. Cry likes to fuck robots. Done.
all right. There we go.
First one in.
He started a revolution, man.
Cool. Well,
It's one thing I want to do. All right, Dodger, what are you doing this week? How can we watch
if you type in Dodger into Google, the first thing that shows up is Dodger's baseball site. So I'll never win. I'll never win, and that's fine.
Chad just messaged me and told me to promote myself in all capital letters.
I mean, we did.
Go
You like
to
to fuck robots. Type Cry into Google. We did. it.
www.youtube.com/TobyGames.
Cry, can I just let you know that the fact that you are giving Chad a hard time makes me so happy.
Chad needs it.
Yeah. I feel like everyone, if you are at Polaris, email Chad. Let him know that he smells like butt. He smells like
Like,
butt, and you just don't like him. You just don't like him.
He lost a
don't
bet
know.
with me, by the way, and he needs to shave his beard now, by the way.
Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah.
so I don't have to change my look at all. Mom, we're good. Mom, we're good. I don't have to change my look. We're good.
Thank God.
Thank God. All
You're
right.
welcome.
Okay, so for me, I have 2 channels. I have youtube.com/presshard to continue, where I do gaming stuff and now just like general fandom stuff as well. This week and last week have been a little bit haphazard, and I'm moving, and I was super sick before the move, so I'm sorry, everything's been kind of all over the place. But we have a new Welcome to the Fandom coming out this week with the vague keyword foxes. If that's interesting to you.
Are you gonna wear your tail in it? Is that what this is about? You just have a fox tail? Oh, that dog is not pleased. He's like, foxes!
He hates foxes. These dogs were bred to kill foxes. And then also a new Swords and Stitches coming out this Friday. So if you like DIY crafty shit, that's going up on Press Heart. And then I
Keyword
also...
shit.
Yeah. And then I also have Dexterity Bonus, where I do a daily vlog. Spend like 10 minutes drinking coffee and talking about my life, which most of the episodes recently have been, let me tell you what fucking sucks about moving. That's
What?
basically been what's been going on. So
Oh, I thought you were gonna go into it right now. I was really
I was ready
excited.
for it.
just go to youtube.com/dexteritybonus if you'd like to hear. But those are my channels. Please check them out. I would love to have you. And on all of the social medias, I'm at DexBonus, DEXBONUS. Yay! The end.
As for me, go to my channel. We're going to finish up Valiant Hearts today and tomorrow, and then we'll start some other fun things. I know Dodger and I are going to finally do the DLC for Dead Space, because it's co-op month.
Oh,
So
shit.
we're doing that, and then...
Oh.
And then... Are you ready? Are you ready?
I forgot.
I like how because we just ranted about DLC. I'm like, guess what we're doing, guys? The DLC for a game. But then... My dear unembodied head robot of a friend, Cry, and I are going to play a game as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we can. Should we tell them what game it is? I'll let you
Resident
do
Evil
that. I'll
6.
let you decide.
I just said it very passively.
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Resident Evil 6.
That we're playing that, so that will be fun. And that
Dude,
will...
me and Dodger are playing something too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gay.
No spoilers, though.
No spoilers on that one though.
Is it gonna?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! Is it gonna be a one of those awful text?
We're gonna
messages you
masturbate.
always get?
Or a visual novel. Cry! We should do a visual novel.
Yes.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh my god.
I
Okay,
don't
sorry.
know. Armored
Cry,
warrior,
Armored Eye.
whatever crisis.
Armored Warrior nipple clamps.
Iris.
You know what?
All right.
You know what? If I'm not gonna lie, if the internet would allow it, if YouTube would allow boobs, I'd play that game Sengoku Rants I played like 2 years ago, because that's essentially a tactical RPG, but then when you win, you just bang chicks. So I'd play that in a heartbeat. It's great,
Dude,
It's
hell
a
yeah.
great-
That's like
it's-
that Monster Girl game.
It's a really fun game. The problem is that it's porn. But other than that, it's a blast.
Oh.
It's I didn't realize it was, I didn't realize it was a
had a
porn
heart
game
attack.
until I beat the first level and was like, oh, I didn't, because when you play it like
This was so much funnier because everything froze for a few seconds.
Yep. Yeah.
And when we finally came back, you were like, but I didn't realize it was a porn game until I was like,
no, so Sengoku Rants is a game where it's an RPG with like tactical elements, and it's kind of like you have armies and they fight, and it's it's cool. But I didn't know it was a porn game until I beat the first level, and the princess is like, you saved me, boobs. And I was like, oh, this is what this is. Or mind you, a normal person would have stopped because they'd be ashamed. Not me. I continued to bang every princess in the land, and I saved feudal Japan from
You
the demons.
earned those boobs.
Oh yes. So that's
look, you
that.
just got to get really good with sensor bars. Would that not be enough?
I guess maybe.
For some of the things, unless you can, there's a lot of white to censor out sometimes, just a lot,
Well, this is whipped cream, man.
just too much. I should
You
do
don't need to
what
censor the white, do you?
It's whipped cream.
if I put
Yeah.
I should put Subway subs everywhere. So many subs.
Color correction, make it brown or something.
So yep. Anyway, youtube.com/Jesse Cox. I froze again, but whatever, that's fine. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I think we're done. It's time to just go. Just leave. Go.
It's time to just get out of here.
leave.
We've covered all the
Go
bases.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks,
all right.
guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you to Mathas. Thank you to Cry. Their channels are their names on the screen right now, so you can go there and subscribe to them. But first, subscribe to me because that would make me more happy. And as always, I don't know what Dodger's channel name is. I think it's like youtube.com/hugs,
Booby butts.
drugs for hugs. I don't know.
Booby butts. Drugs for hugs.
All right, that's it. We're done. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye.
Have a nice day, everybody.